On this episode, we watch Akiba's Strip the Animation.
Yes, a 13-episode documentary on the joys of sharking.
And it wasn't even Shark Week. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Daijo Crew. It's episode 13, and someone's
Having a stroke. Oh no, we lost a boon companion.
We need to rename the podcast to the Boon Companions.
We don't have enough audio clip from Sigurd to keep him going.
All right, rebooted. Sorry about that heat stroke, guys. Not used to the hot weather back down in the valley that we've been having. But I'm your host, Sigurd, and with me are my boon companions.
I am the man with the $60 billion double-dollar bounty on his head, Julian.
And I am Wall, and as discussed in the previous podcast, am now wearing boxer brief.
Hey,
yeah.
nice.
Oh,
How are you liking that secureness?
It kind of feel like I bought the wrong boxer size. It's really tight.
Wait.
Hey, but enough about my underwear. Let's talk about others' underwears.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, so we are not a boxer brief podcast.
I review underwear. I don't know what you're talking about.
But we are a bad anime podcast.
In fact, underwear is all we're going to talk
And
about
it just
today.
so happened that the anime we're watching
has a lot of underwear in it.
If only it didn't.
Full circle.
If only it didn't. Well, I mean, the grand episode did give you the finale that you needed then. But we'll get to that at a later point. What do we do on this podcast?
Dick around.
Talk shit.
Well,
Make Sigurd laugh and have to edit it out.
Make our editor job a lot harder.
It was like you make our producer's life a lot harder. Shout out to Jelly Sound. You might have heard him on not might have heard him, but if you wanted to have heard from
You
our
might
producer
have. You
himself-
could have been in a stupor, just listening to some dudes on the internet. It's like, oh, what's going on? I'm so high right now. The doctor should not have given me that much Novocaine.
Or you decided to go from 9 to 11 to skip 10, I guess.
Yeah, but 10 was a good episode. Do you think any of you guys can say the name of the anime right now?
Which one?
Minami.
Of course he can. None of us can besides him.
I think it was Minami Kamakura Koko Joshi no Jitenshabu.
Yeah.
Good enough. It's why it's a lot close. Yeah.
But with that one, we did have our producer with us on the cast as well, who does all the editing and listens to not just the good parts of the podcast, but also the very, very bad parts.
Every single part of this podcast is top class.
But what do we do on this podcast? What we do is we review what quote unquote bad anime and give you a review on it so that you don't have to suffer through
What
it.
were the ratings like for this one?
This one, honestly, was a 6.8 on my anime list.
6.8. That's a D plus.
Yeah, that's not bad. Well, it's not passing in some regions, but
Stupid
D's get
regions
degrees.
with their dumb circles and triangle grades.
a lot of people did expect this one to be a lot higher. The beginning of the following for this show had a lot more people, and then started to taper off in the middle of the season. People were dropping it, so
Oh, really?
I decided to give it a little bit of a shot to see why people were dropping it, which led us to here. So let's get right into it. We'll move on to the next part of our podcast where we give a summary so that you
Darn,
don't
I
have
thought
to
we were
watch
going to
it.
discuss sharking techniques.
Oh, maybe a little later.
Later. That could be one of the question, maybe.
But
Huh.
we
I doubt it, coming from you.
we give a summary, what we call
What
happened.
Oh, man, full synchro.
So, wrong card game. But
Oh.
What?
Spoilers, there was the card game.
so we'll go right into it with what happened. Any one of you guys want to give a little quick shot into the beginning opening scenes?
All right, 100%. My brain is not here. I don't remember what happened, and when it happened, you're going to have to bring everything up. Stormblood has got me all kinds of effed up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it started off with, it just shows random shot of like a fight scene, like mysterious boy, mysterious girl, stripping?
Oh, yeah. It was like one of the Flintstones episodes where they give you the climax.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
We Quentin Tarantino'd indeed. But
And then 8 hours earlier,
we check out the beginning. We have our main protag, a blue-haired, sharp-eyed I don't know how to say what else, teenage guy. named
Otaku?
Otaku. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can call him right off the bat.
It's
Otaku,
totally an otaku.
and
He had
Akibara.
several hobbies.
I think you can go as far as calling him a neat too.
Well, I mean,
No.
he was definitely
He
a
was
little
in
bit
employment.
more.
Was he?
Yeah. One, he did part-time jobs. Two, he was
Not in the beginning.
Okay.
I-
He was going on a trip though,
Either way,
away from home.
home
He's not hikikomori.
to go find some collectibles in the magical district of Akibara. So
Magical.
I mean, like for an otaku. I mean,
Yeah, man.
Come on, for
You
us,
don't have that true otaku spirit.
we would have a lot of fun there.
Yeah, dude. I would go and play the Sega.
Sega
This-
Dream or
this
Sega
Sega?
High
This
Tech
guy?
Land.
No, the Sega.
This-
the Sega, it's the place.
Oh, not the Sega, the Sega.
Yeah, they have cabinets and stuff.
So,
Arcade cabinets.
I mean, if you guys actually got to go Akibara, what's the one thing you would definitely want to do there?
Eat.
Game.
That's it.
Wow, that's man. Mine was stupid, but you also added the stupid.
Well, I mean, I guess we can eat in game anywhere, but
Well,
I mean,
no, this show showed us that there was some lovely eating spots, and some sounded really cheap, and it really made me want to eat food.
I mean, personally for me, I'd love to check out a maid cafe at least once in my life.
Oh, you sure would, wouldn't you, buddy? Do you even know how they paid those people?
And thank yous.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Do not support that.
Oh, well, we'll see. Anyways,
I know
back
3
to,
people who worked in the maid cafe industry.
I know
and
those same 3 people.
They did not enjoy it.
No, they did not. They didn't
They
return.
weren't cut out for it.
Wow.
But what we will go back to is Tamatsu's journey, who was looking for collectibles and
I don't think you ever introduced him.
He did.
You started talking about the name, but I don't think you ever said who he was.
He started describing him. Did you
yeah,
not
and
listen?
then we went on to the topic of otakus.
Mark. Yeah, we start off with Tamatsu, who is
Tamotsu.
Tamatsu,
TM2.
who is looking for collectibles, right? And he enters into while he's traveling around the city, actually, he sees a group of people gathering around, and then all of a sudden he runs into his little sister, who is happy to see him because she's wanting to spend the day with him. However, suddenly he gets a phone call from some friend of his or whatever telling him that some kind of rare collectible action figure is, I don't know, findable?
Like at this location. Go to this location.
Yeah, the one he was looking for was there.
And tells his little sister, I'm sorry, peace, I got an emergency.
We can always hang out next time.
And
We can hang out some other day.
And she's like, no,
don't
I
have
got
every day
school.
off like you.
It's like, yeah, not every day's a holiday. It's like you.
And it was sad, but it is what it is.
No, man. Learn to be independent, girl.
I mean, the doting little sister, I mean, she did look really young. Like, she wasn't like that age where...
I'd say she was like 14.
14? Nah,
Yeah.
I think like 12.
Maybe. Let's go with 13.
All right.
At
We'll meet in the
least
middle.
10, I think. So, yeah, let's cut it in the middle. 12 and a half.
12 and a half. Right. But either way, Tamatsu leaves to go into this like building thing. It's like underground. A bunch of old toys are there. And he sees some body part rangers.
Okay, I'm pretty sure he was like on the 2nd floor. Huh?
Really? I thought he went down.
No.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he went up.
Yeah, he
Down's a
went
different thing. But
Something went down.
he did go and he found some kind of like body part rangers, which I thought was like
Anatomy Rangers.
it was the grossest thing I've ever seen, man.
That is not the grossest thing you've ever seen.
Well, true, but I mean, like a liver for a body for a Power Ranger
It was a
suit.
liver for a suit.
Yeah, I know it's gross.
I could totally see that as the next Power Rangers.
I'd be
Did you
really
realize
sad.
that those toys were not popular? Like they were talking about how like everyone thought these Rangers were shit.
Yeah, because of that.
Because of what they were.
Because of that,
Yeah, because one of them's a large intestine.
which harkens
He's
to,
just full of shit. He's not shit.
which harkens a lot to how popular. I don't know if you guys ever did a little bit of figure hunting, but
I
if
do not have money for that.
they're Saber, right?
Fate, yes.
as you would say. There is a super infamous Chinese knockoff of Saber where her face is the derpiest thing you have ever seen in your life. And it's so bad that it went off production really quick. But any Saber enthusiast like goes hardcore in the paint looking for that figure just because it's so bad.
You Grand Order people are weird.
It's just a little like, I don't know. It's just like,
I think I've seen people post it on Facebook before. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a really.
her face is derped up.
It's one of those things where like it's so rare and misprinted that people really want it and spend a lot of money for it.
Exactly. It's like a misprint in any card game that we've played. Did you
You just don't understand.
Did you guys collect misprints? Like, was that cool to you?
No. Well, I kept them, but I didn't like go out and actively go for them.
I think, well, I mean, there was Yu-Gi-Oh! Where they had like the ghost rare kind of thing where it looked like some misprint, but I think that's how they actually produced
Yeah, that was
it.
intentional.
Yeah, that was totally intentional, but I don't think we ever actively spent thousands of dollars looking for a
Well,
fucked
not
up
thousands
one.
of dollars, of course, but yeah. So Tamatsu was then super like enthralled at the found that in the fact that he found the. Wow, I said the really weird there. The foie gras. I don't speak
Foie
French.
gras.
Foie gras liver version.
Now it's time to make fun of Sigurd's speech.
It's
your time, Wah.
Show my belle Sigurd. Foie gras.
I shall be the host now.
Garçon.
Sacre bleu.
Whoa, we're
Sacre
speaking
bleu.
French now?
Yeah, that's where Fall Guy comes from.
It's the closest way I can get to
Oh.
saying foie gras. But,
Au revoir.
It's the only way to say it.
yeah. But as he's about to reach out to it, another hand shoots out and grabs it herself, and it belongs to this buxom honkers of this anime,
Definitely honkers.
Arisa.
Super honkers.
Arisa, and then I don't remember her
man.
last name.
Akohainen? Or Ahokainen? I think Ahokainen.
I think it's Aho.
Yeah, it has to be Aho because I thought it was a
Has-
Japanese name, and Aho is
Idiot.
idiot. Yeah, yeah, Ahokainen.
I won't even weep word of the day of that one because we all knew that one.
Wall looks concerned. I don't know.
Aho?
Yeah, Aho.
A-ho. Okay. Now it makes sense for me.
But she wants to grab the Fargwa Ranger herself, and as they're battling it out, she expresses that the reason why she wants the Fargwa Ranger is because it's so close to the original way it's supposed to look that she wants to repaint over it just to get a more classic liver ranger or something.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what her intentions were there. I didn't get it at first.
All that I know is that it
Yeah.
made Tamatsu let go for a quick second.
Yeah, she wanted to repaint it to like be more like the original. And he was like, "Oh, she knows what she's doing. She's not some crazy chick."
Who just wants this toy to have it.
Wait, did he want to do that too?
No, he wanted it because it was so unpopular that he wanted the Fargwa on the statue still. But he respected the
I
fact
thought
that
he
she
wanted
knew.
it because it was a misprinting thing.
Not that it was because it was a misprint. It's just that it was so unpopular.
You know, I'll just let you guys have this.
Either way, as they're doing that, all of a sudden this red-haired, like kind of Gurren Lagann-ish, shining bright, bursts through the door and starts just swinging this baseball bat at Arisa, who is totally standing toe-to-toe with the girl who just busted down a wall.
She was just like, "You're evil. I had to bash you."
Yeah.
I feel like we missed the part where she fell out of the sky first.
Who, Arisa?
No.
Oh, well, that was in the very, very, very beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
We saw her before.
Yeah, we saw
She
her.
fell out of the sky
Mm-hmm.
and splattered the ground. But she was
And
cool.
everyone took pictures, and then
Yep.
she jumped away.
And then everyone just said like, "Wow, this is some kind of movie. Some CG stuff going to happen."
Much like Spirit Pact when he was saying that there was some CG stuff happening.
Except there were no handsome Korean actors here.
Nope. So,
Tanmokuki.
Tamatsu watches them.
That's all I could think of. I just kept on thinking of that guy and his
Tanmokuki.
name because they're so similar.
Tanmoku.
Tanmoku.
Yeah.
Tomoku.
I kept
Tamotsu?
confusing them to like all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
they're visually very different.
so as the two of them disappear from the shop as they burst through, hold on, sorry. Our red-haired girl, her name is, I couldn't say her whole name.
Oh my god, I don't remember. It's Mayonaka something.
Yeah, but
Matome? Matome Mayonaka?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people are just calling her Mayo.
Except
Mayo.
for Arisa,
Mayo.
who calls her Ma.
Ma, exactly.
At first, when she called her Ma, I did not get that she was
shortening her name.
Yeah, I thought she
like,
was calling her
"Call
like
your
mom.
mom?"
Like, yeah. So, you know, you got that blonde Sandy McDougal chick with
Oh
her
my God.
I
Englishism.
kind of thought she was just doing some kind of weeboo Finnish kind of like speech, like
Did you know she's
"Ma,
Finnish?"
boy."
Who?
Arisa?
Arisa? Did she talk about that in one of the episodes? Because I remember she talked
Yes,
about her
actually.
backstory.
She
Yeah.
did. But Ahokainen is a Finnish last name. While was telling me that.
Really?
Yeah.
I would not have known that. I thought it would have been
Yeah, people
Japanese.
thought she was Dutch or something, but then people trade back her last name to Finnish.
Let's get this straight. That was Julian's favorite character, no?
I kept asking him.
No,
and he-
actually.
yeah.
Really?
I thought she was great, though.
I mean, she had the English thing going on. Her accent was
she
not
pales in comparison
to Sandy,
McDougal. But she was top tier. She
She's
was
pretty up
definitely
there.
she's
As
high
as I
class.
was watching, he was just like, "Man, I really miss Sandy McDougal."
Exactly what I said.
Nice.
They're kind of like really similar characters too.
They
Very,
were pretty
very.
similar.
Like physical gods.
Not-
Butt size and speech pattern and
and
everything.
physical attributes. I mean, their prowess. Because Sandy could stand toe to toe with Mayo-chan. As they bust
no,
through the
not
window.
Sandy. Arisa.
Arisa, I meant, sorry.
I thought you were about to talk about. She was like, yeah, she did great at the festival thing with the bikes. Like,
Kuma, kuma,
oh, this is
kuma.
not the right person.
But as they bust through the building, a bunch of the toys like end up getting broken, and Arisa couldn't forgive Mayo for that, and then they go off. During all of this happening, there's a rumor going around about how the behaviors of certain groups of people start to change, and they start attacking one another. I mean, people just think it's a rumor. However,
Yep, those damn net rumors. Always
television
talking about things like Santa bombing kids or something.
Yeah, as netizens. But Tamatsu comes across some kind of broadcast where they're saying that a outbreak attack of these kind of people is actually happening at the place that his little sister wanted to eat with
There was
him.
an explosion
An explosion
at the
there?
cafe she wanted to go to, that she was going to, that she went to.
And so he jets right off to there.
Nibaka!
And as he gets there, I mean, there's like barricaded. There's some kind of vigilante groups that are supposed to keep the peace in Akibara.
Yep.
Because there's no real police force in Akiba.
Apparently.
Seems not.
I mean, well,
how
these
many
guys-
police officers did you see?
I think in this whole anime, one.
Oh, I think there was only one, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Well, there was the not.
Well, we'll get
Talk
to
about
that
it later.
As Tamatsu gets inside the building, it's pretty dank and dark, and people are like all over the ground and stuff, and he can't believe the destruction that he's seeing before him. When all of a sudden people started getting up and basically attacking him, and it isn't until Mayo comes rushing in and strips him all naked
With
that,
a bat.
with a bat that they fall in shame and kind of scream out in classic yeah.
And then they start like letting off a lot of gas.
Yeah, a lot of gas. So basically when the people get their clothes stripped off, puff of purple gas comes out, and they kind of return back to normal.
Yeah, it's weird. Some of their hairs were like funky colors, and then they're just like different after they ripped it off. By it, I mean the clothes.
Tamatsu, sadly though, no, Mayo was fighting one of them who seemed to be a little bit stronger, who had a fork.
And she got stabbed in the head with a fork. Really.
Yeah, she
no,
she
Yeah,
she
no,
throws
she got
the
stabbed.
she throws the fork, right, and it stabs Mayo in the head.
no. That one lady got stabbed.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
head.
she got stabbed in
That
the
grunt
head.
got stabbed by it in the head.
And so, in retaliation, she grabs the fork out of her own head, kind of like does a little like knife thrower spin, and just chucks it right at her, and sacrificing his own body.
Okay, that's
because-
not what happened. Someone else did that.
Wait, really? Hold
Yeah,
on.
remember
I'm trying
there
to
was
think.
there was like the stick, the broken
Stick?
baseball bat. I think it was. I don't know. It was not
Oh,
a fork.
yeah, you're right.
That one grunt
That
just
was
had
just-
a fork in her forehead.
Yeah, she had a fork in her forehead, and they fought with her with the fork.
And then they dumped on her.
Tamatsu picks up his little sister and runs into Arisa because Mayo and Arisa came together.
Yep.
Realizing Tamatsu's asking like, what's going on? And she's like, after this girl took off my clothes.
She apologized and ran away.
And then I thought we were playing tag, so we're both here now.
Yeah.
And he's like, here, Arisa, we're kindred spirits, and in the words of the Anatomy Ranger, we're all called to a time where we must act and be heroic. Take my little sister out of here and tell her if I don't see her again that I loved her. And she's like, oh, I can't believe you quoted, the Power Rangers or whatever.
I think I remember that episode.
I think I remember that episode because he goes, yeah, it was episode 34. And as he starts to like leave to go upstairs where Mayo's now fighting a group of the crazy bugged people, he reveals to everyone, that's actually from my light novel. I made that up myself, which made me laugh. Like, well, that's pretty
It's
good.
from my own fanfic.
Yeah. When he gets up there, he finds that Mayo has been fighting a group of these quote unquote bugged ones, as they call them, who are calling themselves the group Metro. Metrotica, like, which is like Metro and erotica, right?
That's exactly how I remember it.
Thank you. Yeah, so Metrotica, who are saying that, how could you betray us, Mayo? Why did you betray us? As they try to take off her clothes. And they're getting more and more successful as the fight goes on.
They gave her the beat down.
Yeah.
Yep.
As they're fighting, one of the girls... Mayo takes care of a lot of them, right?
Yeah, she's...
Like the super small grunt, if anything.
Super small grunts, and then a few
The
of like,
weaklings are no match for her.
but not the girls who are like full out cosplay. And one of them ends up getting like a broken chair leg or whatever, and like as they're beating her up, is about to stab her in the chest. And then that's when Tamatsu comes in and takes the blow for her.
He gets stabbed
And
in the chest
with
by a chair leg.
which is
I'm glad you remember the chair leg. I have no clue what they stabbed him with. It was like
It
a piece
was
of wood or something.
It was
A
a broken
steak.
wood shard, yeah.
a steak because he was obviously a
vampire.
vampire.
And cue our next vampire anime. We tricked you guys. Oh, wait, what?
On this week, we watched.
So, the Metrotica girls, I don't know, just decide to like book it or
No.
something.
She gets pissed, and so she smashes a hole in the ground.
Oh, that's how. Yeah, they escape.
Yeah. She gave it the good old
Tactical
Gurren Lagann.
retreat. Yeah. And then they're like, "Oh, we're not going to chase after them." And
Not yet, anyways.
Mayo's like, "Oh no, this guy. Why did he sacrifice himself? I know. I'm not going to let you die." And then she just kind of
She macks on him, dude.
she kind of climbs up over,
She straddles him.
Very,
His body.
very passionate,
leans in.
Oh, man.
romantic.
The way that Arisa and Tamotsu...
Tamoki.
I can't escape
Tamatsu.
him. The way that Arisa and Tamotsu touched that figure together, though, I thought they were going to make out.
Well, not yet. Not yet.
Oh, no.
So
Oh, no.
hold on. I'm getting back into the mood,
Oh,
guys.
please don't get in the mood.
So, as
You're coming at me
You're
fully
making
torqued,
this
bro.
very weird
As-
You're
now.
coming at me
as
torqued,
Mayo-
bro. You
as
need to
Mayo-
stop. Settle down.
climbs over on top of Tamatsu's body and starts to lean in for a subtle kiss.
Subtle.
Yeah, no, she was right up
She
in his
spent
grill.
minutes on there, dude.
And
Grinding too.
Yeah, I was like gonna say, I noticed that she was shiver grinding on top of him as light
She's
pours,
never going to get this chance again, man.
and light pours down from the heavens.
I'm like, this is a weird way to transfer
Light
energy.
didn't pour down from the heavens. Light poured up from his hair, which started to glow white now.
Half of and much
Well,
like
I think it
Mayo,
poured down from her mouth into him.
into him and starts to
Throwing up
bleach
rainbows.
and then starts to bleach his hair as it becomes also neon blue, as hers was neon red. And kissing, and this isn't like this is a trope. Like, this happens before in Fate Stay Night. The way you transfer mana to your servant is by kissing them.
No, oh wait. I think in the adult version, you have sex with them.
Thanks,
Okay, from
Wa.
what I remember in the anime that I hated, like they just had to like cuddle or something.
Yeah, those are the. I'm pretty sure those are the PG
Those are
version.
the but I mean,
Because it is an adult visual novel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in Ilia Prisma Ilia, which
Oh,
was
you
the spin-off,
after the lollies, huh?
they do it by kissing. So I'm just saying that this has
Oh, how
existed
innocent.
before. Yeah, very innocent. Not. So basically she does a ritual where she bestows her power within Tamatsu, and now he too can fight and strip people like nobody's business.
And now we have the scene we had in the opening.
It continues.
It continues, and it has come full circle.
And then Tomotsu bodies those fools.
And they're victorious. One of them escapes, though.
Yeah.
From here, I'm going to be very honest. The anime becomes very episodic, where
Extremely episodic.
where things don't really have to tie into one another. However, we do we do get a little bit of insight as to what's going on. What are these bugged ones? Basically, Mayo explains that Akibara is a protected zone. Well, not protected.
If you say that Akihabara
Sorry.
or Akiba,
Akiba. We'll go with that one. It's easier to say.
it's shorter, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's
but
part of the title of this anime too, in case you didn't know.
Is it?
No,
so
I lied.
Akiba has housed an alien race known as the.
Are they aliens?
They are aliens.
It was like
No.
Hazoku.
I felt like they said they're from space.
The Hakuzos. Hakuzo.
No,
So they're-
Hazoku.
Hazuku.
Hazoku. Because, oh my god, please don't make me
We
sing the
word,
song.
we word, we word.
Wait, is this truly a weeb word?
So in
Okay,
Yeah,
hold on.
yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do
no,
it.
no, there's no
Welcome
actual
to
words
the-
here though. No, hold on, hold
It's a
on.
Japanese lesson.
No, it's not a Japanese lesson.
Are you sure? It sounds like a Japanese
It
lesson.
sounds like it's coming.
No,
Either way,
no,
it's
stop,
happening.
stop. I'm not. I
One,
refuse.
two,
I
three.
refuse.
You are
I refuse. I am
my
sandbagging this. No. I just wanted to say that the anti-spiral was called in the spiral race the Rasenzoku. So Zoku at the end of that makes me. I'm pretty sure it was at the end because they reminded me of each other.
What does
I'm
Zoku
sorry.
mean?
I don't know.
It
That's why
was-
there's no lesson here. I'm
was-
just saying it's the Hazoku.
It was a classic bait and switch. It wasn't an episode of the Weeb Word of the Day.
It was not.
It was the
a
Spiral
sponsored.
Cast. So, yeah, all right. So we have them. They've been protectors. And then the way that they can be defeated is if
You shark them.
Get them naked.
yeah,
Get them naked.
basically exposure to the Earth's atmosphere or the wind or whatever
Just
is
the air.
They're
Harry-
very sensitive.
very sensitive to it, and it makes them gas
Millennials.
up into. Instead of snowflakes, we could just start calling people.
Do you think all the people?
Hazukos.
Do you think all the people sharking on the internet are trying to figure out if they're bugs or not?
No, I'm sorry.
No, they have different things in mind.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's what the premise of this anime is.
So if your body basically gets invaded by these invaders, and if you get enough air on you, they're like and then they go poof. And
I
you're
gotta go on
left-
bounce.
and Tamatsu is half one now, basically.
Yeah, sure, yeah, something like that.
This makes our anime go into kind of like what the real selling point of it was, and it's that
Akiba.
yeah, it's all about Akiba. Since Tamatsu's
Otaku
trapped in there
stuff.
now, we see different tropes along all of these episodes.
It's pretty
So-
much like, oh, I'm trapped. I'm always stuck in here. That's awesome. I get to live here now.
yeah. The first, I mean, like I'm not even gonna put it by episode. There's 13 episodes in this anime,
Oh, is there?
but we have seen. Yes, much like our episode 13 of the podcast, but we see him go through an audiophile otaku, someone who cares about the clearness of sound.
The crispest
Oh my
of
goodness,
sound.
man!
He spent so much money on that.
It was crazy. I thought the episode was gonna be all about like how he's gonna have to pay off his credit card bills. Never a problem.
nope, because
Never.
we do get introduced to another character because of his indebtedness, who basically she's like, if you need a job, she can find you part-time work.
Yep. I guess she doesn't
Anything
take any
goes
payments
agency.
either.
And it makes me wonder because I mean I'm going to bring this up now. This anime is based off of a video game,
Yes.
right? Is that character?
No, actually.
No.
Well,
No, Akiba's Trip, the animation, is its own thing.
there
I
are
don't
games.
know the plot about Akiba's Trip, the games. I do know that it does not have the same characters.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this character, the shopkeeper, does not exist.
I don't know about that, but I know that the cast here is different from the cast of Akiba's Trip.
There are 4 different games, and I think I looked at it. It's almost like a RPG type of grinding type of game.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a
Visual
You thought
novel.
it was
or-
like Galgun?
I thought it'd be a Dynasty Warriors, like you're just beating the clothes off people. That's what I thought.
Beat them off. You rip them off.
Rip them off.
God, you don't take something away by pushing it harder.
Okay, Mayo uses a bat to beat off people.
She tears it off.
Beat them off, huh?
Zing. But either way, I just wondered if that shopkeeper was a character from the video game, but I guess
I
not.
don't think so. I don't think so. I didn't look too in depth into it, so I don't really know.
Same. Like I only read a little bit of it, but like there are 4 games, but it looked like none of these characters are like the main characters in any of them.
So basically, the Metrotica that we had seen earlier are part of that
Hazoku?
Hakuzoku,
I don't think it was Hakuzo. Whatever, man.
Hazukos, whatever. The aliens.
Hold
High
on.
fructose.
I'll ruin the pot. Yeah.
They're gluten
what?
intolerant. But yeah, they're part of that alien race where they're trying to destroy all of Akiba in various ways by controlling the minds of the otaku. So for the audiophile one, that one came with the advent of also idols, right?
Yeah.
That was a mixture of idol and audiophile people. He had to buy not headphones, but head speakers.
And audio amps and audio mixers and audio interface.
And using golden cables, because if you are a audiophile, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I really do care about my headphones, and as a podcaster,
Yeah, that's why
we
you
do
buy
care
those
about
shitty
our
Logitech
cords.
ones, right?
That's just for gaming. That's not for the true experience of when you're trying to recreate the sound of a
Okay,
concert.
so you're telling me that I go really far, except for that I don't really go far.
not for just.
You
for
gotta
me
go
getting with
far
my
all the
friends.
time. You don't know what it means to be an otaku.
I don't.
Well, if you learn anything from this anime, the truest audio is listening to it live.
Yeah, which is what he comes down to the conclusion of.
Like I spent all these money, but listening to live is the best. And they're like, "What are you doing?"
Was this the episode? Because I'm gonna be honest, I thought that the headphones and the idols were separate, but it's not, right?
This is
It
the
wa-
same one.
It was the
And-
same one because he had to get a part-time job to
and-
pay off all of her equipment.
And that one idol that was singing the #1 hit song of La La La, that was not a bugged one. That was a true idol.
That was a
Yeah,
true
she was a
idol.
true idol. She broke off from her
Well,
main
technically,
group.
there was that second idol episode where they were trying to be idols.
See, I thought that was in the same episode. Who
No.
was the boss for this audiophile?
It was the lady and the creepy camera dude.
So
Oh, God, so it is the same
So it is the
episode.
same
Yeah.
episode.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That just had a lot of content in
It
there.
these have like multiple stories and content in them. It's
Yeah.
really
So-
crazy.
So for each episode, we get introduced to a subculture of otaku where we learn about how to be hardcore and whatever it is that they're talking
And
about.
evil moment number 37.
And yes, and then it goes into a character who seems to be extremely eccentric in that fandom. They turned out to be the Metrotic one, and then Mayo and mostly Tamatsu mollywop them, take off their clothes, and get rid of the bad guy.
Yeah, and they die because if you're a really strong one who's not who's been gifted with the power of the Hazoku, instead of just being infested by the bug ones, you die.
True, and this
Die
is
if you don't have clothes.
and this is why Mayo was trying to protect Tamatsu by telling him, "It's like, look, you have a lot of power in you. You're almost dead, so you will die if you get naked." And he does feel that pain because, as in that idol episode, the 3 girls, the little sister Narikawa, Narika,
Niwaka?
Niwaka, thank you.
His sister.
I almost
Niwaka.
forgot to.
Niwaka, Arisa, and Mayo get approached by a producer and a cameraman, and they start having to take a bunch of voyeur videos.
And then we get to the
basically.
softcore porn animes again.
And oh god, the golden shower part was the part that was a little too much for me. They're like, these are the shower guys, bunch of dirty old otaku dudes holding like elephant watering cans. And Niwaka was like, what are they for? Oh, they're gonna shower you later. And she's like, shower? Either way, it turns out that the producer, who was a famous like previous idol, who did do a bit of the darker side of the idol industry. And the cameraman were the bugged ones.
Dun dun dun.
And
Surprise.
Tamatsu, who had spent way too much money with his audio equipment, became a janitor and flies into the scene. And this is one of my favorite moments.
Yeah, they're like, who are you? He's like, I'm
Yeah.
your janitor.
I'm your janitor, and I'm here to clean your evil up or something.
Like, clean your
I'm here
act
to
up.
take out the trash.
Yeah.
And-
And they all just like stare at him. He goes, "Come on, guys, that was cool."
Yeah, he says, like, stop trying to act cool and then save the day.
Yeah. And he's able to take down the bugged ones. That's how we find out that if you get naked, you die.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, he wanted to use weapons and give them out to all people so that they would destroy Akiba themselves, basically.
No, he didn't want to give anyone weapons except true fans.
But he was making
The
them
Truers
true fans.
army.
Oh yeah,
He was making, but his fanaticism was like casuals can't have it.
yeah.
In
Stupid
fact,
casuals.
kill them.
Oh my god, if
with
you're a
the weapons
casual,
I'm
just go
giving
and die already.
And he was talking about how the people who like can coal, do you know can coal?
I know what that is.
And the Tank Girl anime, and what was that one anime about Hatalia? But
Oh.
those are all the casual army fans, and they don't know the true
Yeah, man. They don't know that
The
Japan
strong
has more
will
than
feed
just
on the
type
weak.
zeros.
Hayate and Hayabusa. But and that one didn't really speak to me. But we also had
What?
the
No, man. It didn't
fighting
speak to you about your friends who would tell you to stop being casual and just quit. And, if you're not hardcore, stay out of here. And then you're like, but someone has to start somewhere, right?
And he did get that message across.
That was a great message. All you casuals out there who want to get into something, you do your best, man. Fuck everyone else.
Get good.
Yeah, just get good.
So
Just
be a
get good.
tryhard?
Yeah, always try hard, dude.
Always try hard.
Should never
Why would you
be
not
trying
try?
hard. God, you play video games to lose? What are you doing?
So another fandom, speaking of tryhards and get goods, the fighting game
That
The
caught me by surprise.
episode, the
FGC.
FGC made its debut. And
Debut.
in anime. And what made me laugh about this is that there was, during this season that Akiba's trip was airing, I follow a lot of the FGC community in Twitter, and Justin Wong had tweeted about this. He goes like, "Guys, we made it. We're in anime." And he's like, "Street Fighter 5 in anime? I'm living." Because it was amazing. This is like the first time that I had seen in anime they actually pulled gameplay footage of Street
Yeah,
Fighter.
it wasn't.
They
It
had
wasn't like.
gameplay
Yeah,
footage.
it
Yeah,
wasn't.
it
It
was
wasn't
crazy.
like just a cartoon adaptation of it. It was like straight up. They took the gameplay footage and like put it in.
And it makes me wonder because, I mean, like, tell me if I'm wrong or not, but in Street Fighter 5, I know when it first released, Chun-Li was very powerful.
true.
Those combos that he was pulling off, were those real combos?
Those were all real.
Yeah.
Holy crap, not fake?
Yeah.
Those were intense. I haven't seen.
We even had Street Fighter 2 in there, actually. That's what started. We
Yeah.
started with Street Fighter 2,
We
and
started- and then
then
went
he
into
said,
Street
hey,
Fighter 5.
Street Fighter 5 tournament.
Oh god, it was pretty cool.
There
And I
was-
think that they tried to draw some of the characters to look like some of the famous FGC.
Oh, no, they did.
Yeah, yeah,
they
they did,
definitely
yeah.
did. When it like panned by like those 5 people,
I
those
swore
were all
one of them was
those were all
Justin
real
Wong,
people.
too, yeah.
I don't know about that, but
The one
I
with
would have
glasses.
loved if I
Dude,
saw Flo or
remember
Mike
who-
Ross.
Oh, that would have been so good.
the very first match of the tournament that Tamoku fought in, or Tamotsu.
Yeah, who
God
was-
damn
who was
you,
that- was that-
Tamoku Ki.
It was
He
against
fought
the
against Snake
Zangief.
Eyes.
It was, so that was supposed
Yeah.
to
It
be
was
Snake
Dragon
Eyes?
Eyes. Yeah, because he was fought against Geef.
Yeah.
And the name was like, what? Frog something or something?
It was something very
Frog
similar. Yeah.
something, and
Yeah.
And he had the baseball cap. Snake Eyes always usually.
And he was
seen it.
black.
No, he wasn't.
He
That's
wasn't.
why. That's
He was
why.
black, dude.
I swear to God.
Okay, fine. He's from Osaka,
The word you're looking for is Okinawa.
Okinawa. That was it.
But yeah, no, it was. Oh, that episode was so good.
Oh yeah, man. When we saw the preview, we were like, what?
He ended up having to fight a female gamer who like
Was
wrecked him,
suspected of being a bugged one.
and she wrecked him in Street Fighter 2.
Double peed on him.
Her sister,
Like Daigo'd him.
Tamaki's sister got like
Well, let's not
kidnapped
say
by
that
a
because
UFO.
remember what happened with Lupe.
Oh, right.
UFO captured into kidnapping, I guess, and then he got a message saying that you won't get your sister back unless you win the Street Fighter 5 tournament that's coming up.
What a plot.
He goes through some intense training where it has nothing to do with fighting games.
He pretty much got tortured for like a whole minute.
Yeah. And then he goes to the tournament and He gets sent to the losers bracket by Snake
dude,
Eyes.
When Snake Eyes beat him, I thought it was over. And
yeah.
then like
I
they
thought it
were
was
so
like-
true to it.
it was like
they had the double elimination bracket. I was like losing my shit.
I wanted to see his climb through as well, but it didn't happen. They just went straight to the finals.
Oh, it would have taken too long.
Where the girl who was the champion or whatever, as they were fighting, she sandbags and downloads his his fight style.
Round
and
one,
round
she
one.
was just like connecting.
Download completed.
If I could only get infiltration soundbite of download complete, then I'd be so
Well,
happy.
you used way too many R's. Not enough. I'm not sure which one. Down row complete.
Down row complete. Then she starts to proceed to wreck him and says, I need to push you further. There's more in you. And she takes off her
She
shirt.
punkos.
Yeah, she
Punko,
punkoed.
punko.
She angry punkoed.
And then they go into this whole history of like how the technique of shame or something like that, where you shame yourself to make yourself
shark yourself.
better. Yeah, you shark yourself to make yourself better. And so Tamatsu responds to that and takes off his shirt, which really hurts him. Though.
Yeah.
And-
And
they both
like Mayo was just like straight up like, wait, why is a bug one taking off her clothes? That doesn't make sense. Wait, Tomosu, don't take off your clothes. You're gonna die.
And so they both go into taking off their clothes, and I loved the fan reactions because even the announcer is like, "Oh man, the girl's taking off her clothes. It's really getting wild here. The crowd's loving it." And you see like little streams of blood on all their
Like,
noses.
"Oi, oi,
Yeah.
oi, oi."
And they're like, "Oh, the challenger has seemed to take off his clothes too," and there was like no reaction.
Hey man, put
And
your
they're-
shirt back on.
And they're like, nobody wants to see that except for a few niche. You know?
Yeah, there was like some super buff dude. They're like, yeah. They're like,
Oh,
I
nice.
look like they got some response.
Yeah. And so they go down to the wire. She gets down into her skibbies, like goes past the Punko level, and he just full out takes off his pants and boxers.
yeah, man, he is.
Threw it
used.
at Mayo
But
too.
he's in
Yeah.
a whirlwind.
In a whirlwind of fire inferno-y passion, and like gets that W.
And pretty much a bun match to win.
And
No,
then
he didn't. He executed a beautiful combo.
It was
No.
it was
Oh.
amazing.
I guess through an amateur eye, it was just button mashing, wasn't it?
Yeah, wasn't that everything to the casuals?
But we do find out that the girl was not a bugged one at all.
At all.
Yeah.
She just liked fighting games.
It's funny because like the thing she was doing earlier, they said only a bugged one was capable of that. It was
Yeah,
Daigo's
he was saying
parry
that-
moment, but
Oh yeah. They showed,
but they used
evil
the Street
level,
Fighter 5
yeah,
one.
evil moment, and then they used Street Fighter 5 to show Ryu's parry, which is doable.
Yeah, no, it's super doable. It's
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
It's very
'Cause
easy.
you
Like
just
there's,
mash the
yeah, no,
parry.
there's a YouTube explanation of how Street Fighter 5 dumbed down the parry moment because all you really do is like slap your fighting stick
They
until
didn't
like
dumb down the parry moment. It's not a thing you dumb down. It's just that the way the parry mechanic works in that one is you have to mash it.
Yeah.
Well, no,
So-
you still sort of need timing. You can't just be like slapping it.
And we find out that the announcer for the fighting game tournament was
The
actually
Guile cosplayer
Yeah, he was the bugged one.
who really sucked.
and he just got one punch.
What I needed to understand though was how was he planning on destroying Akiba through Street Fighter 5? Was he not?
Kinda he was. I think
I forgot.
Either way, he gets one punched, and as he's leaving, I loved the plug.
you know I think he was going to explain, but Tomotsu was just like, shut up and die, just punch him out the window.
And he's like, even though you might have hated me, please do not hate on Street
Fighter
Fighter 5.
No, it's okay, buddy. You're not the reason why I hate Street Fighter 5. That's someone else's fault entirely.
Capcom fault, I guess.
And so,
Yeah.
as Tamatsu, he then saves his sister, and that's that episode.
They played a video game while he was like butt naked.
Yeah, and she's like, why are your pants off, Oni-chan?
I was like, oh, don't worry about that. Let's just play this game.
And then he smiles.
Like, hey, you
Happy
died
brother
again. I was
and
like, I'm
sister.
not very good at this game.
Yeah, I can't beat this level, brother. Help me. You suck too.
I think one of the surprising and funny moments is like, yeah, he took off his underwear and threw it at Mayo, and then like in the background you can see Mayo just sniffing his
Oh
underwear.
my god,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
she
like
was
really
going
great.
on that
Yeah,
Oh, that's when I knew, like, oh, Arisa, you're not making it. I'm
No,
sorry.
Mayo is the bae in this. But
This is his waifu now.
we also have a tower wave, radio wave otaku.
It was just radio otaku.
Yeah, that one wasn't as spectacular, but
What
it
are you
was
talking
funny
about? They bounce stuff all over everywhere and
in the world.
stuff.
Yeah.
And we met the tall maid who I don't know, she's
Momo?
like a giant maid. Yeah, Momo.
Yeah. I don't know what her shtick was. They just
She was just super tall.
Giant maid Momo, who is like
she talked like Nonon.
yeah, she had that voice, and she could be hired to do any job as a maid, kind of thing. We also saw that in order to defeat microwaves, you can just make aluminum Power Ranger suits.
Oh yeah, no, that was the thing. Like, yeah, they had like microwave that will like destroy your clothes, and then they're like, "Oh, how do we defeat this? We gotta talk to our professor." And they're like, "Oh, let's get a bunch of chicken wings because they come with aluminum foil, and then we'll just wrap ourselves in with them." But the worst part is, like, you could have just bought aluminum foil
Well,
for
that's
like
what I
half,
was
for like,
wondering
for like,
too,
for
yeah.
like
So
a half of
in
the
like
price.
episode 10, our foodie episode, the food otakus, we realized that Mayo eats a lot, and that was probably just her lunch or something, dude.
You know, that's a good point too.
That I never even made that connection. Yeah, they
Yeah.
just said we had to eat a lot of chicken. They just probably had Mayo
Take care
wolf
of
all
it,
that
though.
down.
But then still, they don't even have to eat the chicken. They could have just bought the aluminum foil.
No, man,
Can't waste
chicken's
food.
delicious.
You didn't have to order the food.
I don't know. You're,
but yeah,
you're,
they did
you're
have
talking
a-
in circles here, Walker.
they did had aluminum armor, and like they wrecked that tower.
Yeah, I just like
Superfly.
how they told her, like, I mean, they're like, all right, let's go in. Okay, aluminum red, I'll be aluminum blue, and you're aluminum pink, and just went straight for it.
Wait, which one?
Arisa was aluminum
no,
blue.
no.
she
They were
called
saying
it.
like,
They're like, wait, you're blue, I'm red, so I'm
No,
pink.
No, he as aluminum red said, aluminum blue, aluminum pink, follow after me. And then Arisa was like, I'll be aluminum blue.
no. I think he was like, he introduced himself, says whatever, red, pink, and blue.
Yeah.
And then he's like, with me, aluminum blue, and then like Earth says yes, and so Miles is like, I guess I'm pink.
Yeah. That was entertaining.
You know, like, oh hey, their weak spot is their eyes. Shoot in their eye holes.
They just turn around.
Yeah, they turn around and walk backward up the tower.
Wrecker.
Omrecker?
No, that's a different person.
Omrecker.
No, Omreka.
Omrecker.
Elreka.
Another otaku moment we had was when Tamatsu, because he accidentally broke his little sister's figure while trying to take pictures of it, became a butler.
Yes,
Yeah.
in a maid cafe.
Where, much like our friends, we found out the harsh life of a butler maid, where they get paid in thank yous only.
He got paid like 40 thank yous.
And they were so happy for him. And he's
Yeah.
like, wait, I need money. No, you get another heart
What
on
do you
your
do
badge.
this job for, Sigurd?
For thanks of my masters.
For the master.
For
What is the 5
users.
things you say to a customer?
Welcome home, master. Please
I
wait a
am the
moment.
manager. There's no refund.
I like
We're
Waz
out
better.
of fries.
The ice cream machine is broken.
That's a good one.
Oh gosh.
But it was customer service to like the worst, and it was hard to watch that episode.
Yeah. Basically, Tamatsu gets brainwashed into the life of a butler, and the bugged one here wanted to, I don't know, make the whole world subservient to them, something like that.
You basically want to make a cult kind of thing.
Yeah,
like-
cult edition where thanks is enough from masters or whatever.
Something like that.
Thanks and ruin the economy of Akiba or something like that.
Basically, Arisa, that little sister's name is going to mess me up. Niwaka.
Sure. Think of this.
and-
Think of this. Ni is 2, right?
Uh-huh.
Waka 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 waka.
Okay, thank you. Niwaka.
And Tamotsu. Tsu is how you say 2 in English,
Uh-huh.
or 2 is how you say 2 in English, but Japan pronounces it tsu.
Tsu?
And so they both have that 2 because they're brother and sister.
Oh, that's
so it's
cute.
Ni waka. It's
Their parents are very thoughtful.
okay. Hey, no. This is me just doing that one thing.
Weird word.
No, it
weird
wasn't
word.
a weird word. It wasn't a weird word. I won't
We
jump
ha-
on
we,
that.
we
got-
have to do it once in this
but
episode.
we
got,
don't.
We got baited, and Julian spiral casted
I
at us.
did not bait at all. I was doing my hardest to tell you guys this is not what you think it is.
What's that really famous song from Girl and the God?
Which one?
Rah,
So it's-
rah,
oh,
fight the power. That will be the
liberate
thing.
for me
no,
from
no,
hell?
no. The song is "Rap is a Man's Soul."
But that's going to be the intro to
It's like-
Spiral. Next
It's
episode
like,
of Spiral
okay,
Cast.
it's like
okay,
perk
fine,
up
fine,
your
fine,
ears
fine,
and
fine.
listen or something.
But
I've never learned that name.
either way, the maid episode basically Mayo, Arisa, and Iwaka notice that Tamatsu's becoming more and more drained, and to the point where he's not even home anymore, and he becomes like zombified.
Yeah, it's creepy.
His animation got really gross. He just looked more and more desolate, but
Thinner and thinner.
yeah,
He was wasting away,
zombified,
getting no sleep, those bags under his eyes.
But and then
It
they
was
save
like he was
him.
trying to make one trip.
They save him from the maids who were not bugged ones.
They were just brainwashed.
Yeah, they were just brainwashed.
Yeah, because like Mayo just straight up stripped him, and she's like all proud of herself, and they were still attacking her. It was like, wait, what's happening?
They're my devotees.
Well, we just had to punch him directly then.
Yeah, we also just beat him up. See, this is when we were talking about earlier. This is how you can beat them up.
It's totally
No,
okay.
Beat him down.
Women, children, otaku, just beat them all up.
Yeah,
If
man.
they're bugged. But anyways, next fandom was the card game fandom. And if you remember our episode,
before that, you are skipping over the saddest episode. What was the name? Punko.
No, Puko.
Oh, Puko.
Puko-chan.
Oh my god.
Because he became PC master race.
Yeah,
You know-
he learned the powers of the PC.
He learned how to part hunt, and he learned how to like build his
No,
PC.
he didn't part hunt himself. They were following a true part hunter master as he was finding.
Okay,
That shit was like
okay.
Deal Hunter.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
the deal hunter, and he would hide it so he could build his computer.
who is the true hunter? The one that find it, or the one that actually get the bounty?
I guess.
It's true, man. Like he was stalking his prey.
Like he just marked it, but they came in for the kill. They are the true hunters.
And they took it. This episode, basically the bugged one had this what's that? Build your own power? Buy power?
See, they
Yeah, I buy
sold
power.
I buy power.
They sold cheap PCs.
with gaming components that you could build and customize yourself.
No. It was all pre-built.
Oh, it was all
It was
pre-built.
all pre-built.
for you casuals.
That's why he was just like, oh, I don't want to buy pre-built, and his friend was just like, oh, building one is a lot better.
I
Who's
don't
his
want-
friend?
Oh, I think his name was Tokage.
It was Kage.
Kage.
Yeah, it was something simple.
Kage-san.
And that character's design was the best.
There is so
I
many
loved-
varying art styles in this anime.
Oh,
crazy.
God. Kage-san was great. But I just liked how smug Tamatsu was when he was finished building. He goes, a true man builds his own PC.
Oh, he's always
right.
like that. He was even like that when he got all of his audio equipment. He was just like, I am the true master race.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Pause.
But oh.
yeah, so he then
like all PC building, he got it under his budget, but he bought like 1080 Titan and like a bunch of other
Oh, yeah.
expensive parts.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
this anime shows like real things.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah, no.
is real. That Street Fighter 5 was real.
The-
those
the
computer
audio-
parts real.
Yeah, the audio stuff was real too.
Those
real.
headsets, oh man, oof. Ooh. I mean those head speakers.
But
Speakers.
he forgot one of the most important things, like all PC builders do.
the operating system.
I
Aw,
never
man.
forget. I'm just never mind.
Oh wait, no, I forgot.
I'm
You
not,
forgot.
I'm not incriminating myself.
lot of
You forgot your CPU.
A lot of people
That's
pirate
different.
the OS system, but you know.
Well, she
Tama-
kind of pirated this one.
Yeah, Tamatsu.
No, she made her own.
Yeah, Hakase ends up making her own with an interactive AI, which is a little blonde girl with pigtails, and it was adorably drawn.
It was.
And Tamatsu starts falling in love with the fact that, like,
I don't
oh
think
my,
he fell in love.
he loved.
I
people.
think
It
he
was a
loved.
platonic love.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying like he became
Like
crazy, but
sexual love. It
It
was
was
yeah.
like his daughter.
he did learn.
He
I mean,
built
did.
her.
He did teach Puko how to hug.
Oh my
God. And basically, what it came down to was that Mayo was getting jealous because Tamatsu just wanted to spend all his time with Puko,
She
and
couldn't
then
get any more of his underwear because he never changed it. anymore.
and then Hakase ends up building like a robot body for Puko. So instead of going on patrols for bugged ones with Mayo, he's like, I'm gonna go on patrol with Puko.
She's like,
Puko's
oh.
just hobbling around in their giant robot suit with their tiny robot legs and their tiny
Lear-
robot.
And tiny
Learn-
robot claws.
learning everything. It was basically like if you watched South Park, if you loved the Osimo,
The Osimo, yeah.
episode of Butters,
I am awesome.
It was like Osimo and Iron Giant.
I am
all in one.
Puko.
and
Puko
Sanketsu.
learn. Puko understand.
Because what we learned.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry, but
That's the exact comparison we made.
the bugged one. their plan was that each home PC that people were buying were actually like little Transformers.
Decepticon is probably more.
Decepticons, and they kind of like combined to become a giant robot. And
Cybertron.
Puko-chan had to lift up the bomb that it became.
They tried to they just unplugged it.
Yeah,
they unplugged it, but that sent it into like a
self-destruct mode.
Yeah, and so she Iron Giant did it.
She picked up that robot and said,
"You stay, I go."
Puko
go. Puko Superman.
Puko man.
And Tamatsu's crushed. Dude,
I was crushed.
Much like Sankatsu.
I was so sad when that happened.
I would be pretty crushed if
oh
my
God.
PC decided to sacrifice itself
okay,
and explode its parts.
You have a second one for streaming.
It's not that good though.
But I liked that because like, all right, so the tie end of most of these episodes was just straight into like a regular preview, but this one had like a little moment of silence. And then, like,
it's like have flashbacks and stuff, and then
Mayo saying like, "We gotta go, Tamatsu," and he turns back and looks back to where Puko used to be, and you just see a little like image of Puko waving,
and then it disappears.
And it just fades.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was so sad.
It was heart crushing.
Very.
You know,
but anyway, into the card episode.
Yeah, we also had the card game Otaku, which. I'm sorry, they nailed every card game. They nailed Lost Mirage even.
They nailed all the tropes.
I think the only thing I didn't like about it is I really wish they got a real card game because they made like some kind of like otaku.
It was like hybrid Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic, which is like the two that you need to hit.
Pretty much. They even got to where like I think Arya was like she was one of those streamers that's like, oh, I'm going to open up all these boxes. Look at all these rares.
She did a pack stream, a pack opening stream.
I'm like, oh, she's one of those guys.
Well, it is a thing you can stream. It is fun to watch people open packs.
People want to see the heartbreak.
Yeah, but she opened up 3 boxes and got one super rare.
If you play it slowly, you can see the exact moment his heart breaks.
I was laughing so hard when she was opening packs and it was all the same like red card.
That is the worst like ratio odds ever. Like you open up 3 boxes, you get the same cards and you get 1 super rare. What kind of odds are those?
That's harsher than Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's what makes it collectible.
You get like at least 2, I think, in a box.
But like if I remember correctly, because it's been a while since I bought Yu-Gi-Oh boxes, but like some boxes have secret rare, like the highest rarity
crush card viruses,
and it's not guaranteed if you buy even a case that you get 1 or something.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the crush card, that was like a $300 card.
Well, I'm not saying
you
like
buy what? How much were boxes at the time? 80 or 60?
About 80.
Something
About
like
80?
that.
Yeah, that's you bought 3 boxes. There's a chance you're probably not going to get it. That's why people were willing to spend $300 on it.
It was crazy.
That's why people were willing to trade PS3s for it and then have it get banned. That
Konami
get banned and get reprinted in the Gold Series.
Thanks, Konami. So
you're the best.
So
just as good as Capcom.
Basically, they ran into the CEO of the card game. And they were gonna not the CEO of the card game. It's just a rich guy.
No, he was the CEO
he was the Circle Crusher.
Yeah,
he's the one that introduced.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
So Tamatsu, after he opened the last pack of Arisan, found like the 30-year-old hermit.
He decided to build his own deck.
Yeah, he decided to build his own deck because Arisan's like, you're chosen by the card game to open since I opened crap.
Well, then Ikage was also like, oh, hey, you're playing again? He was like, yeah, I kind of fell out after the meta change, but I'm back in.
And
so it's like a real card player.
Days.
And he started to notice in this cafe that like all these groups of friends were like, who played like MMORPGs.
They were all vigilantes.
Yeah, they were all vigilantes.
They weren't MMO. Well, I guess they did things.
Well,
they had hobbies.
They were all otaku themselves.
Yeah.
And in each circle, there was like some girl that they were arguing over, and they're like, "No, you tried to like sext with Holy Saber-chan over here or whatever." It's like, well, you asked to spend time with her and you jacked off to her for a minute. You know,
the greatest trope: girls ruin card games.
Girls ruining friends, dude. It wasn't card games. Not all of them play card. They were just ruining friends.
Yeah, as Tamatsu reports to his vigilante crew, which we glossed over this, but they call themselves Electric Mayo, which is a play on like their names or whatever.
Yes. Tamotsu. Oh, whoa. You almost caught me.
You saw the happiness in my eye for a second. I'm like, wait, what?
Ooh.
Can we?
We're not doing the goddamn opening segment. I'll explain it.
No,
but
we
I'm
have
not
to.
singing.
All right.
Fine.
No,
Explain electric mayo.
No, we word of the
Mayonnaise.
day. We're not gonna do that. We're not
If
doing
you
that
have a
podcast.
problem with this, send an email to what's our email?
Daijocrew daijocrew@gmail.com.
Oh.
Or if anything,
What was it? What?
daijocrew@gmail.com.
Okay, so it's DAIJOUCREW @GMAIL.com.
Looks like it.
I'm not really sure what you're looking at, but okay.
Yeah, no,
I guess
it
that's
is.
confirmed.
That is how you could reach us best, or tweeting us at Daijocrew.
Spelled the same way?
DAIJOUCRE.
Just not the @gmail.com part.
Yeah.
All right, now that we're back from our sponsors, let's carry on with
It's
this
sponsored
one.
by
They
ourselves.
are called electric mayonnaise.
Yeah. So, yeah, the he reports to them saying that like, yeah, there's all of them are like not friends with each other because they're all fighting about a girl, and then the little sister's like, oh, you mean a circus crusher? And I have never heard this term before.
You're not Japanese.
I think it's
And
perfect.
you're not an
though.
otaku.
Yeah, I'm not. But
It was like a Sir Crusher.
yeah, circrasha, which is like basically in a circus.
No,
there's-
not circle.
Circle.
Like a
Like,
circle
you know,
of friends.
like a group. Yeah.
You crush the circle.
because they're all. I don't know. This is what that girl does or whatever. I just thought that was
It
hilarious.
changes the dynamic. Now
Yeah.
that someone has a girlfriend, things are different with them, and the dynamic of the group is fucked up. And so things get, hot and heavy, not in the good way, and so things break apart.
Break
sort of,
apart.
Things get
And that's-
fragmented.
and
crushed.
they-
Crush. I'm Urian. Get it, Julian? Urian? Crush.
It's like a one of the same.
They trace back the circle crusher to like some guy, and this bugged one's. They were like, "You're a bugged one." He's like, "Oh, very perceptive."
Well,
of you.
that
'Cause
could
I
be
totally.
wrong.
Yeah, you figured that out very quickly.
Well, let's fight.
I was gonna use all these girls to just break up all the Akiba people from wanting to be here and being with girlfriends instead, which is a pretty admirable thing if you ask me.
I don't know
but,
about admirable. I mean, these were just mail order brides, basically.
And so as they're about
Escorts, if you may.
as Mayo,
They were escorts.
yeah, basically.
They were long-term escorts.
So as Mayo was about to fight him, he just takes out a car and slices up her bat and her top.
Yeah, he bopped her good, dude.
Pretty
He
quick.
mollywopped
And
her.
he goes, "I don't. Obviously, if we fought physically, I would wreck you. So let's play a gentleman's game."
Yes.
A children card game, gentlemen.
Do you guys remember what the name of the card game was?
Battle creature creation or something like that. Creature battle something.
I think it was Battle Creatures.
I think it was
Maybe?
just
I think
battle.
it was
couldn't-
something. It was something
couldn't
really
have been
simple.
Battle Creatures because I would have related it to Battle Spirits. It was. I don't know.
No, I thought it was like something very similar to
there
Battle
was
Spirit.
creature in there, but I don't
Yeah.
remember the exact thing.
It was a fake one, so it wasn't an actual real one though. So
And
it's
so
whatever.
they go
Really?
in-
You've never heard of a card game with the 30-year-old hermit?
No.
That's a wizard.
Yeah, good job, man.
I only do good jobs.
Shout out.
Otherwise,
Sakai.
I'm not going to do it.
So, they
You need to calm down. What is that supposed to mean?
don't worry. They go into this battle where basically the three girls are watching Tamatsu play a card game, and only Arisa sees the epicness that's happening.
Like the
in front of them.
hologram and
Yeah.
the poses.
Tamatsu
And the
has
shading.
Tamatsu has a pure boy deck, which is just like an otaku deck basically.
It's about pure boys.
And the player dude, I don't know what he's the bugged one's using some kind of like blue eyes hot guy.
guys.
I think it was like a hot like harm deck kind of thing because
Yeah.
it was just one hot guy and a bunch of girls.
And all these girls
The
power up
faces
the
that
blue
Maya
eyes
was
hot
making
guy.
was good.
Yeah.
It's just like, are you kidding me?
It's like I don't understand this at all.
Because as they zoom out from Miles' perspective, it's just two guys playing a card game.
Yeah,
and,
like real world playing, just like playing down cards and thinking and stuff.
and then Tamatsu's caught in a moment. He's like, I don't know what to do.
And then the other guy was like, play, end your turn already.
Hey, can you calm down? We're trying to concentrate.
And it goes back
But,
into their
yeah.
battle
Yeah,
where they
Yugi
start
Vision.
talking like this and playing a Pure Boy, and then I play Call of the Pure
I
Boy. which
dispel
allows
your
me to have-
spell to dispel this. I dispel that spell to dispel this.
I dispel your spell to dispel that spell to dispel this spell.
I activate my second effect.
Can't he just read the card?
Yeah, no, man. It was just like, wait, that second effect is printed on the card, right?
Why is he acting so surprised?
Can't he just read the card?
Arisa goes, "Don't take away from the suspense of the card game.
It was
You need to use your
displaying all the tropes
imagination."
and destroying all the tropes.
My favorite part was when they took a shot at two fandoms, right?
Oh.
They're like, Tamatsu's like, I play super expensive gacha, and it shows the animation for Grand Blue Fantasies if you get a SSR. It's a little diamond thing, and it was rainbow. I'm like, that's Grand Blue. I am rolling that right now.
I forgot what it was, but I think I made a comment while we were watching it about Grand Blue Fantasy.
Well, you
Oh.
watching the Grand Blue Fantasy animation?
No.
Oh, when you
no.
saw
watching
that.
this.
Oh, when
I
you
don't
were-
remember what episode. Or I
But-
might have been making like Fate Grand Order references. I don't know.
Could be.
Whatever.
But
I can't remember.
It was the summon pull for that, and then he goes, "This card allows me to draw 3 cards." And Arisa comes in quick, saying like, "Oh my god, that card is so good. In fact, some people would say it would be banned immediately."
Yeah, that's a +2.
Oh yeah, when they were talking to Kage-san, like initially before all this went down, he was like, "Do you play too, Kage-san?" I was like, "Yeah, but I just have a deck made of all banned cards. I go around and beat little kids."
Yeah, he was like that won't play in tournament. He was like, yeah, I did mainly play against the neighborhood kids and then wreck them. And he was just like, wow, you suck. I'm like,
No,
he's
we
like,
didn't. We were like, "Wow, you suck."
no, I could didn't it? Oh,
maybe.
well,
Who
maybe,
knows?
yeah.
I don't remember.
But yeah, he was the asshole grown up that like he's like, you're gonna learn today, kids. You're gonna learn today.
But yeah, so eventually they do the other trope where Blue Eyes hot guy like super attacks him and a puff of cloud, which I wish we got to see what it looked like through Mayo's eyes for a second, but a puff of cloud comes up and a lot of Tamatsu's clothes is ripped off, and then Arisa goes like, "Oh no, if he utters those 2 words though, we should be okay." And I guess in Japanese it's 2 words, but what it translated to was, "Did I do it?" And no, he did not, because if you say those 2 words, then obviously the
Is that what it
hero
was? 'Cause,
still
like,
live.
she said that, and I was like, "Wait, what did he say?" And
Yeah.
then like the episode kept moving too fast for me to
Yeah.
realize like, what?
Yeah,
It
it was
translated
just like, I
did
did
I
it.
do it? I
Yeah.
don't. How do you say that in Japanese, Julian?
I don't know what 2 words it would have.
You're
been.
really trying. You're really
No,
trying to
like-
bait him into it,
like
aren't
for
you?
reals. I don't know what.
2 words for No, I understand. Either way, so they Tamatsu used a card that let him sacrifice all his life but keep 100, and then he does the typical anime turnaround
Part of-
Tadekken Gyakuten.
where he used his
Destiny draw.
his super pure boy transformed into a magical girl wizard who
She turned
did-
into a dark magician girl.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he put down a pure boy, activate 30-year-old hermit, and he was just like, you know, if you're 30 and you're a virgin, you become a wizard.
a wizard,
A
And it-
girl
You
wizard, if
can use
anything.
magic.
and a magical girl came out and just destroyed the bug one for all his life points.
What was it? It was like, it becomes 3,000 attack point. I can attack directly. You can't activate anything in response. And
Yeah, the magic spells, traps.
It was the most broken card.
I forgot
of all
who said it,
time.
but they're like, that's really broken. They should have banned that card. And then his clothes fell off, and Maya was just like, how does losing a card game destroy your clothes?
They're like, don't question it. After
What other
I
episodes do we have going over?
think that
it was
hit-
the wrestling one. We gotta talk about the wrestling one.
Oh, yeah.
Shisho.
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 This is where we learn about Arya's past.
Arisa?
Arisa, that was her name. That was my favorite episode.
I'll let you
That
talk
was-
about it.
That was the greatest. That had also
Homage
that
to
had
wrestling.
so much wrestling trope. It's just like they had the entrance and the drama were like,
How does the episode start off? Let's go.
it turned out like it turned out that
We needed rice.
yeah, they needed rice because they what was they making?
Oh, no, because Tamoto's
Oh yeah, the
parents
parents ended up
sent a
over
bunch of
rice, and they're like, we need a rice cooker. How do we not have a rice cooker? And turned out someone bought out all the rice cooker, and it turned out it was Risa Master, and who was controlling it was a bug one, saying like, I'm gonna buy every common good, and then I'm going to sell it for super high, so to make everyone broke in Ariba.
And Akiba will fall because they can't afford this.
Yeah.
But this is how we also, I think we failed to mention this, but like all the bugged ones are stronger than humans, and Mayo is able to stand toe to toe with them, and we got no explanation.
Arisa is able to stand toe to toe with them.
Yeah. I keep saying the wrong name too. Arisa, she then goes into her history about how like she's a child genius who then traveled the lands,
Graduated college at like 8.
and then like saw South Africa, saw all these other cultures,
Went to America, rode a horse,
came back and saw her, met this master who trained her Kill Bill style and became like a god.
Yep.
And
She
so
was just a prodigy.
as they find out the plot of buying all the rice cookers and other common goods, Mayo finds out that she's fighting her master, who is also a bugged one. He has green in his hair. So
Yes, he has been converted.
he has been converted, and they go into an epic battle where it became a wrestling match.
yeah, and then so oh man, like they did have all the entrance where like Seashore would just come down the hallway and Spark would just fly, and he's just being an asshole.
He was a total heel, and everyone's booing him.
Yeah.
Did you see the crowd's signs?
Yeah,
Yes.
no, that's the best one. The crowd sign was just like, "You suck, Risa."
Yeah, it was
No,
awesome.
the best thing is like their chant too, because like they had some of the best audience chant like in wrestling. Like some of them was just like, "We are awesome, we are awesome," and then they also was like, "Risa suck, Risa suck." But yeah, they also had like the drama where like I guess Risa, the producer or manager of Shisho, was just like, "Oh, you have to do what I said, cause or else your family will get it." And then
Oh yeah, they totally took the people backstage and showed like what they were doing to them.
yeah, and they're like, "Oh man, she's evil." And then Arisa came out with like a Rainbow Mika costume, I would say.
was
It was
Rainbow
basically
Mika.
Rainbow Mika. Yeah,
It was kind of it, but kind of not. It was really weird, but
I mean, they didn't want to. They already had a Street Fighter episode. They didn't need to
did.
do it more. And
Yeah.
she was cosplaying T-Hawk.
oh,
which
I
is
guess
awesome.
that's another thing we missed. But
Oh my God.
Arisa,
Every episode,
Yeah.
every scene, she's
Yeah.
just in a different
yeah,
cosplay.
like
Yeah.
she said dressed up in something totally different. Like she was dressed as like an eggplant, an alien, and T-Hawk and stuff like that.
and no one bats an eye.
That's what I love. Like no
Because
one,
it's Akiba.
yeah, no one said anything. They're like, okay, this is it, her really.
Yeah, that's just her. Yeah, I also like the fact that they brought the tropes of like pulling things from under the announcer's
Yeah.
table.
You don't understand, Sigurd.
I don't.
Wa knew the fight down to a T before it happened. He was
Like,
predicting
like-
things.
like
he was
the-
like, yeah,
the-
look, it's gonna be 6 chops, and it's like chop, chop, chop.
Oh, the
chop.
ref is going to get knocked out right now.
I was like, all right, after
so,
this comes the
yeah.
power bomb, and then
Yeah,
she got
yeah.
power bomb.
No, it goes to the 6 shop into the corner. You go onto the turnbuckle, hit them 6 times while the crowd is saying the numbers. Like they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But then after the 6th one, the guy is allowed to power bomb you off the turnbuckle.
It was incredible. I didn't know wrestling followed a formula.
But
didn't
just to
know
let you
either.
know, Shisho was dressing up as I
One of the Hardy
believe,
Brothers?
one of the Hardy Brothers.
nice.
I've been corrected. It is Jeff Hardy, the one that goes like either on the turnbuckle or the ladder and does a backflip
Yeah,
off onto
the
the
moonsault.
person. Yeah, that
Wait.
was a moonsault. Yeah,
It was like Moonsault of Fate or
Yeah.
One
Oh,
of
no,
the
no,
things.
Leap of Faith.
Leap of Faith.
yeah,
Yeah.
the leap of
King?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, but yeah, no, Arisa was losing because like it's her master, and he's being Jeff Hardy and just going like breaking tables, hitting her kendo sticks and all that.
Yeah.
no, she was losing because just like Shisho's family,
Oh,
Risa kidnapped Mayo and Niwaka,
they're like, I can't believe I let down my guard. They kidnapped us.
and then Tamotsu is just in
that
Tamotsu is just in the like crowd like I should have noticed that they were gone.
Yeah, like, oh, that's where they've been all this time. Okay, I'm gonna go and help them. The only thing I was mad about is like he didn't drove the car into the bug ones. He drove an ATV.
Yeah.
But the car would have been good. Like
Yeah,
if
it
like
would've
that's
been pretty
Driving
normal.
the car through the back, yeah.
And after the two girls are safe,
Yeah.
Arisa,
Like Arisa decided to go all out and defeat her master, and Great Awakening, when she was pinning her master, the ref finally woke up and decided to do the count, and he was just like 1, 2, 3. That got me so good because like that pause.
We absolutely lost it there because I used to follow wrestling when I was a kid,
yeah.
but I knew what that was.
Oh man, that was as pure. That was as pure
wrestling.
Yeah, it's just
Shout outs to wrestling.
Those
Shout
wrestling
outs to
otakus.
Xavier Woods, who decided to sponsor our my convention job thing.
Oh
Panda hat.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Congrats,
Yeah,
man.
that's pretty cool. But
Enough
yeah,
about you. More about anime.
I think that was that's all the fandoms.
Well,
Right?
that was all the like the episodic stuff, like when they had their like episode
it?
of like different stuff. Because after that, they actually went into
they
like
went
some
into
of
the story. The,
the
last
actual,
3 episodes were actual story. Too,
as
after
of what
this
most gag episode are for like 12 or 13. Like the last 3 or 2 is usually like real episode kind of thing, real drama.
So I'll just tie this one up pretty quick because I mean, like, basically every episode, after much like in a Sentai, each monster was defeated. We got to see a glimpse of the queen bee, which was this black-haired, like, ghostly, ghastly old lady who was still trying to destroy.
When I look at her,
Akiba.
I think of the name Agatha.
Basically, yes.
That does fit her name. Like she
And
would
so-
have an old person name.
And so Agatha sends Mayo's twin sister, who was wearing an Oni mask, which was pretty cool, to destroy all of Akiba, and they do it by putting a ban on all of otaku culture.
Oh man, like she got the government to
The
ban
prime minister
got to ban a whole fan base.
And so this is coming a little bit after when they were going to announce this like goodwill to Japan celebration
A
of
government
oh,
endorsed festival.
much like the Olympics
Akiba
is
Fest.
doing for Japan. Are you guys aware of that?
I have no clue about anything about the Olympics.
So for the next Olympics that's in Japan,
I didn't know the next one was going to be in Japan.
the government decided
2020.
to really highlight anime culture. Goku, Luffy,
Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
yeah, most likely they're gonna-
It's an Olympic sport, guys. It's gonna be an Olympic sport.
esports is real, but
I
they
hope so, man.
they had
I would
they,
love for like Michael Phelps to be like playing that onto the stage.
yeah, they announced a bunch of like anime characters as the ambassadors to Japan, which is pretty cool. In
I
my
don't know
book.
what that means, but that's cool.
Well, because usually you have like Lance Armstrong, that would be
No, I do
America's
not know.
ambassador.
You're going to have to break it down for
You
me.
take famous people and you
Uh-huh.
say that this is a worldly figure that the world loves, and this is the ambassador to the world, inviting them to the Olympics in your country. And we have Goku. Well, Japan has Goku.
Yeah, you gotta calm down, you fake otaku.
Yeah, I'm
just
faking.
a weeboo.
Yeah, I know. So, basically, like, I just thought that was a nice commentary on that, basically, because that's what they're doing, is inviting all people to highlighting otaku culture. Then it gets banned because
Because like one governor was just like this is a poison. This is a sin.
Otakus make me sick.
and they're all into porn.
Like it's ruining Japan
Yeah.
and Japanese people.
And so, as that's happening, Mayo's sister like sets up Electric Mayo to look like they're doing a bunch of bad things, and then Electric Mayo gets brought into the court of vigilantes, who says like it's obviously you guys because you keep leaving a calling card.
They're like, why would we even do that?
And like I don't know why you would do it, but we have this photographic evidence, and there's like a super fat dude wearing
a super fat girl.
wearing Tamatsu and
Arisa.
Arisa's clothes with Mayo's twin sister looks like Mayo from behind.
Totally
Yeah.
does.
And so she turns around and that's her picture, and they're like flipping off the camera or something like that.
They're like, that's not even us. That doesn't even look like us. They're
I
like,
guess the eyes are a bit different.
It's like
the entire face.
Arisa's like, it's not even about the eyes
Yeah.
only.
but they're like,
Everything
that's
about it.
but that gotta be Mayo because Mayo totally looked like that. And they're like, yeah, that's true. But she's already with us, so that doesn't make sense.
And so Tamatsu says that they'll prove it. They go and fight them. Urame is Mayo's sister's name, and she kind of Tamatsu and Arisa wreck their clones. Turns out to be that the clone of Arisa was actually a cute girl, and the clone of Tamatsu was actually a really skinny, decrepit old man. And then as they fight, we see Mayo losing to her sister, but when Tamatsu and Arisa appear, the tides are turned. She escapes with a ninja bomb.
I should have seen that one coming.
And then Urame, knowing that she looks exactly like Mayo, calls Tamatsu saying that like, "Oh, I'm in trouble. Come to me quick." And like he runs to her destination.
It's a damn shame that Mayo did not let him know that I have someone who looks exactly like me.
Right?
Be on your guard.
I may have a twin.
Tamatsu sees Mayo like knocked down on the floor, and as he goes to like get her, she kisses him.
It runs in the family.
And steals her his powers.
She cancels them out.
Cancels them out. They use math. I'm not gonna say it. It's like +1. And, well, I guess I am gonna say it. It's like having a +1 and then adding -1 to it because they are polar opposites, which
I
brings you back
feel
to
like
zero.
what they said was both like multiplying a negative by a negative.
which would be a positive. But
Yeah.
either way,
He's back on the
Tamatsu's
positive side.
back to normal.
Weak as shit.
Doesn't have to stay in Akiba because
But hey, he can finally get naked again.
he can get naked.
He can go home finally.
Much like the sad parts of most animes, everyone seems to be leaving. Arisa gets called to become the CEO of some company that she had, I don't know, not saved, but like she had been a part of and climbed.
Great success.
Yeah, what she said was like, I was at this party, he found me, I tutored his son, and then I
In
became
model building.
Yeah, and then I got promoted to be like vice president.
Yeah.
And then he wanted me to be the successor, and they're like, none of that makes sense.
None of that connects at all, but I guess okay.
Goodbye.
And so
She said when she was 20 she'd do it, but now is too early.
but he's sick, and so she leaves. Either way, Mayo starts to try to take on the trouble herself. Finds out that her grandma's the one that's pulling all the strings.
She knew the entire time.
She didn't say anything.
She's been holding it back, sniffing those chonies.
As usual, everyone starts to come back instead. Tamatsu's like, I gotta protect Akiba and Mayo, even if it's gonna cost me my own life. They find the secret layer. They use a little bit of the Konami code before they make it super.
You forgot about the part where Matome and Urame were dueling.
Why don't you tell me?
Okay, well, yeah, they were fighting, and then Tamotsu came, saved her, and beat up the sister, or Urame, and then Arisa drops out of the sky and with her plump ass smashes Urame's face into the ground, causing her amnesia.
And then also
yes, you were right.
Also Tomotsu kissed Mayo again, and then he got his power back.
He macked on her this time.
He was like, it's my turn. I'm getting my
Here's
power
my
back.
underwear.
It's my powers. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so he gets everyone. The whole squad comes back together is what I was trying to get
The
back
gang's
to.
back together. The gang is back in town.
Oh yeah, Arya's back because it wasn't the
Arisa.
CEO that was sick. It was
His
it's
giant
his
panda
panda.
pet, Billy Billy.
Yeah.
His name was Billy Billy.
Yeah, Billy. But she injected him with something.
With Chinese
Super
medicine.
Yeah,
ancient Chinese secrets.
So he's all good. He's okay, and she can go back to her normal life.
Yeah, she just jumped out of a plane.
I like how she jumped out in an America bathing suit
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I think that's a shout outs to Dead or Alive. They have a
I think
Tiffany?
that's a shout
Yeah.
out to Ingrid from I don't know what game that is.
It's a shout out to like any fighting game character that's from America. They usually give her. They usually
It's
give
usually
them.
a busty blonde in
Yeah.
an American bikini.
Yes, exactly.
Can you
There's no-
imagine like if someone dropped an ass on you from like miles in the sky and just like your head was already on the ground?
Well, that's why.
I
amnesia,
wouldn't.
dude.
I wouldn't know. I have amnesia after that.
And so we
Shut
get
up.
a little mixture of two storylines going in. We learned that the grandma wants to destroy Akibara because she says their impure, sinful lifestyle disrupts the ki and
The Kai?
the kai and the
Oh,
kai.
please don't. I regret this. Please call it key.
the energy that they use to absorb to make their lives, and this impure energy will destroy them if they don't destroy Akibara. Akibara.
Okay, you.
Akiba. Akiba.
Akiba.
So,
Yeah. Let's keep it clean.
I tried. So, from there,
Because they're really old.
Yeah,
And
they
What really triggered this was
Mayo was
World War
70, 78 was Mayo 78 years old. In World War One, no, they just showed a
No,
World
it
War.
had to have been World War II.
It had to be
It
World War
was Japan did not get bombed in World War
and
One.
no, it did not. And they decided
Oh.
to go underground during that happening. But either way, the sister, because she wakes up from amnesia, wakes up to the music video of Arisa, Niwaka, and
Mayo?
Mayo
Yeah.
singing their jam. And
And
Is that me?
I'm
yeah, she was
sorry.
like, "That's me."
That's me. And I'm sorry, they played the same clip. They really pushed their song, and they're called the Manias. You can look it up. But
It comes from the first syllable of each of their names.
well, that's pretty
Mayo,
good. Me.
Ari or Niwaka, and Arisa.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Manias.
Um,
Manias desu.
And so as they're fighting their grandma, the grandma like takes Mayo, makes a super energy blob suit out of her.
I'm really not sure what the design choice was behind that.
I don't know what it was.
You know that one enemy from Mega Man? I think it's called the Yellow Devil.
Yeah, the giant yellow blob thingy.
Yeah, that was basically it, except
Yeah.
it didn't have arms.
Yeah. And so we had that, and then I don't know how
I think
Tamatsu got like blasted into the sky.
Tamotsu? He was
Yeah.
climbing up the thing, remember?
Oh, I don't.
He was climbing up the thing and then knocked him off or something.
And he had Mayo with him, right? He saved Mayo
He got-
from the
yeah.
blob thing. And as they're falling, it looks terrible for our heroes.
It does.
But she comes swooping. It's
Who is she,
Puko-chan.
Sigurd?
She's
It's
alive.
Puko.
She's alive.
she was like, "I heard your cry. I came from space." Puko lured.
Oh god, it was beautiful. And then with as they swoop over Akiba, Hakase had given all of the residents who were still in hiding little light sticks.
Glow sticks.
And the Manias, including
But-
Urame,
but
who
then, yeah,
thinks that she's a
because-
part of the group.
Well, because she was like, "Oh man, I have these light sticks, but they only work if Mania is all together. But Mayo is gone, so who can replace her?" And then that's when Ume was just like, "Hey, I'm Monica now.
Yeah.
I'm joining your guys' group." And they're like, "Okay, that'll work."
Yeah, and they sing, and then Arisa's like, "Everybody, we must join our energies with the Tamatsu and Mayo. Lift up your light sticks.
Yeah.
Lend them your
the
voices."
glow sticks converted spirit into energy.
Which is basically Spirit Bomb was happening, but it didn't.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It made a giant, not a robot.
Tengen Toppo Gurren
Yeah.
Yeah, an energy.
Chong.
Chong
suit.
Tengen Toppo Gurren Lagann.
Is basically a pink guy.
Yeah.
With a heart for a face.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Hakase was just like, "Yeah, this is gathering all the love in Akiba. This is the perfect Deus Ex Machina tool. Use it, guys."
And then Puko blew up again.
But it's okay because she was in the crowd cheering for him
she
again.
was in the crowd. It was great.
She just had it was okay because she just needed some band-aid.
That's all she needed.
But like everyone was giving their speech, and even Mario's sister I keep forgetting her name. Umarame was just like, "I don't really understand, but try, guys."
and it worked. They do a rider kick right into the grandma's face.
There was a drill there.
It was a
Yeah.
drilling rider kick. And the grandma learned from Mayo's love and passion. Well, what's the quote to burning shining finger?
What, you want Shining
All-
Finger or God Finger?
God finger.
Okay, you want the Japanese or you want the English?
The English.
This hand of mine is burning red. Its loud roar tells me to grasp victory.
How do you not know?
I was actually just doing this in the car on the way home. I was like shouting.
Oh man, just because we're putting you on the spot, it's wrecking you.
No, it's just erupting burning finger after that. Then
I guess
Or-
yeah, I said God's finger is shorter than Shining Finger.
Well, then I want shining finger then because it's all
this
his.
hand of mine glows with awesome power. Its burning grip tells me to defeat you. That's it. That's all there is to it.
What's the quote where they go like all my
Okay, so
love,
you
heart,
want the
and
Shining
soul."
Finger sword, and that one is this hand of mine glows with an awesome power. Its burning grip tells me to defeat you. Take this, my love, my anger, and all of my sorrow.
There you go.
Shining Finger sword, and then it's really weird here because I hear several variations. There's the men. These are all kendo terms or something for I don't know what.
Menace for the head.
Is it? Is that
Yeah.
what it is? There's
Yeah.
like tsuke, men, and
Do.
Kote.
No, Kote is a wrist,
do,
right?
and men.
Yeah, there's like those three things, and like it's a variation of all three of those. But yeah, that's the shiny finger sword, and then there's many other variations.
And so she wrecks the grandma. The grandma understands the love of Akiba.
Yeah, it's like this city isn't so bad, I guess.
And then she
Goodbye.
she's naked first of
Yeah.
all, and Tamatsu sees
And her
everything.
hair is white now, and she looks
became
identical
cute.
to
yeah,
Matome.
Mayo. and the grandma is like, Tamatsu, take care of Mayo. You guys must protect Akiba together. And as she puffs up into her purple smoke, Hakase uses
A vacuum
Luigi-
cleaner.
yeah,
And then
Luigi's
Roshu
mansion.
kidnaps Lord Genome's head.
Yeah, she was like, you're not going anywhere. You still have stuff to confess to. It's just like, oh no, is this karma for my sins?
Yeah, and as the anime is coming to a close and Tamatsu and Maya are just about to kiss, it gets interrupted by a UFO where future Niwaka and Arisa from 100 years into the future says there's trouble, it's your guys' fault, and we gotta go solve it. And
It's like the
scene.
same as like Back into the Future, where a dog comes from the future. It's like Marty, you gotta come with me. It's like, what do we do? It's like, it's not you, it's your kids. Your kids are the problem.
His name isn't Morty, it's Marty.
All right, guys, and with that, we'll leave you with this hot track.
This is the #1 hit in this show. For this tops the billboards.
All right, I'm just kidding. Here's a real one. All right, and we're back. So, I mean,
I like the first one better.
I think that, we definitely have been a little bit more long-winded about this intro, but we are in the second part of the podcast where we go into kind of like the actual review aspects of it. But before we go into our review,
Yeah.
so you were
okay.
gonna
Yeah.
bring that up.
you were that weird.
I know you want to play Stormblood really badly, but I do thank you
It's
for your
early
service. Here.
access.
Yeah, I do thank you for your service of doing the show with us.
Yeah, as long as you don't kill yourself, man. That's my goal.
I forgot that's in the documentary, but
I thought that was
Not in the final cut.
yeah.
unfortunate.
So yeah, we go into our next review where, much like in other descriptions of animes, people try to get you to watch it. We are heading into the segment called clickbait.
Clickbait. Were we supposed to say that together?
One day.
No.
we got what happened together. I'm happy with just that.
Yeah, man. You
One out of
you
two
should-
isn't so bad,
you
is
should
it?
settle with your victories, okay? Take what you can get.
So, who feels like they can go first? Well, do you have one?
I have one.
Okay.
I have one.
I don't mind starting, but you guys seem to love to save me for
I
last.
love saving you for last because you're kind of the winner right now, and we saved the best for last.
Am
So
I the closer?
you're the
Yeah,
closer.
you're
Am I
the
the dude
closer.
who sells the car? I hope for this one it's not too bad.
I hope that I steal this win. Let us know who had the best clickbait, guys, on Twitter.
Just
I'll set
email
up a
us,
poll-
please.
I'll set up a poll for it, and yeah, it'll be great. All right, so this is clickbait for Akiba's trip with Wa.
Get ready to strip down and die. Tomotsu is an otaku who acquires stripping power to defeat Akiba's alien bugs. He protects the city from people like him.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad. It's not bad. You know,
Next-
everyone knew that they were aliens before I did.
Oh, really?
I didn't know they were aliens until this part of the podcast.
Well,
Like they
Like,
even
they
said
had-
it in the show. Like, yeah, we moved to this land. They're like, I wonder where they moved from.
Ohio?
I was like, what
The
country
city
could
of
they have been from?
Omaha.
All right.
All right, so-
Well, enough of that. How about you, Sigurd? What's your Beto cookies?
How about you lead
Yeah,
me
yeah.
in?
Why don't you introduce them normally?
Oh, I don't know how to do it. I'm not a master at that.
Okay,
I haven't
let's
practiced it.
let's.
Can you do this?
Don't put the pressure on me.
I'm not
trying.
putting the pressure. I'm asking you a question.
I'm trying. Here is clickbait with Sigurd.
On.
Akiba's trip.
I forgot we had to actually say the title.
See, I didn't know.
All right, I got this. Let's get naked. What am I talking about? Find out as Tamatsu, an otaku of all trades, becomes wrapped up in a fight against aliens trying to destroy the otaku paradise of Akihabara. I fucked up by putting the whole word there. How do you fight aliens? By stripping them, of course. Bunch of battles with buxom babes as we brawl in Akiba Strip.
God, these aliens!
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
I like that one better than mine.
I tried.
You definitely put in more work than I did.
Oh yeah, that's apparent.
All right.
Sorry, I'm mean.
Shots. Gosh. Wad did a pretty good job. I'm going to say it. This was probably one of his better ones. But
Took me less time to make this one too.
there you go. Sometimes it's just the creative juices are in your head. You just got to use that creativity.
Juices flowing around, sloshing around.
Speaking of, oh gosh! All right. Speaking of juices, let's go with Julian.
Oh, they used to call me Juice. I'm sure you didn't know that.
That's gross.
I thought that was OJ, but
No, they used to call me Pimp Juice
oh,
long ago, and then it was a shortened juice because the school wasn't having any of that.
No, you can't call him Pimp Juice, but they call him Juice. That's
call
fine.
him Juice though. Everyone, that's wholesome.
I like how they compromise too. All right, like you gotta join it, but not to the pimp part. Juice is fine.
His friends are like, "Oh, but come on, teacher, we love calling Julian Pimp.
Can we at least call him
Juice."
PIMP Juice?
No,
No,
just Juice.
just Juice.
All right.
No
just
compromises except for this compromise.
All right, so this is clickbait with Julian on Akiba Strip.
Akihabara has a pest problem, and it's up to our heroes, the ragtag members of Electric Mayonnaise, to exterminate these bugs. But their method of choice is stripping them of their clothes? Are we sure these guys are the heroes? End scene.
How do you do it? How do you do it?
You
How
were
do I
the
do what?
only one to get in that they were a trio of electric mayonnaise. That was
That-
good.
That was-
Denki Mayo.
That was pretty good, Julian.
It was pretty. It was alright.
Pretty good.
It was alright. It was acceptable.
I'm gonna call this poll early. I think Julian might have won this one again.
You
Might have
need
won.
to calm down
This
with
guy.
that one. I don't know. I feel like we might have had challengers or challenger today.
Did Julian win? Find out in the
Find
polls.
out in next episode. Julian won the poll.
All right.
All right, what do we do next?
The
after
next
this?
part of this is when we actually give our reviews, and I am so happy that we have this flow now. Of if we tell people if this was a good anime, just anime, or if this was bad, or as we call it, banime.
I'm gonna show you
Banime,
pause
banime.
because I thought you forgot what the neutral one was.
Well, I mean, it's because we've done the scoring system, we did the shedding the bed system, we
I
did
missed the shitting the bed system. That was
maybe.
my favorite.
I think this
Felt
makes
so dirty.
I didn't
Felt right at home with the
understand.
anime.
Well, that anime deserved the shedding the bed system. So, shout outs to Active Raid.
I thought you were going to say active to shout out to like the bed shitters.
All right. So yeah, I'll go first this time.
Okay.
All right, a lot
I
of
feel
times-
like you went first last time, maybe.
Really?
I feel like we always save it for last.
I feel like we actually go into order, but you still say that like I'm gonna go first.
I
this
think
time.
every time you introduce your fellow co-host, and I'm number 2, and Watt's 3, and then for the
Okay, for that one, I do like that system. That's why. But if we are actually going in the same order every time for clickbait and this, that's gonna be a trip. All right, you know what? Just to be sure, Julian, why don't you give us your score of Akiba Strip?
I'm gonna laugh.
My
He had to
score,
win
huh?
first last time.
I know.
All right, so when I first started watching this, I said it's kind of. I did not come into this with high hopes.
Were you mad when I said this is the anime we're watching?
No, I don't. Well, maybe I'm always mad. I'm mad that we're watching anime because that's not what I want to do with my time. But I went into the first episode. I said, "All right, give it a chance." I don't like the way any of these people look.
Really?
Really,
I thought they looked pretty Trigger Studio like or Gainax like.
I wouldn't say
Gainax
that
at all.
level, but some of them are kind of almost generic looking in a way.
I said, all right. They have to strip them of their clothes to get them to the air. That's stupid, but let's just say I believe it. Boy, was I glad that I said that because I really enjoyed the rest of it. This is good anime.
It's good anime.
Good anime.
I even went to after a couple episodes, I checked the rankings for it to see exactly what score it got because I was surprised that you suggested this one because I thought like people would have really liked it. I actually hate episodic stuff, but this one was good content. It wasn't just a bunch of stupid. It had a nice flow. I enjoyed the hobbies that they did. The Street Fighter 5 episode, I lost my shit when I saw that preview.
I thought for sure
I
you
was just
would.
like, oh my god, look at it! If only I still love Street Fighter 5.
Maybe rewatch it live.
Oh man,
Do I want to know why you don't like Street Fighter 5 anymore?
because the support around it is terrible. Playing the game, I love it. Okay, I love the mechanic. I don't care if it's stupid hard and things are. It's a fun game.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess it's fun. But we're not a Street Fighter podcast. Unless you want.
Nope.
What?
No,
what?
no, no.
Done. I'm done with Capcom. ArcSys all the way.
Wait. Oh, whoa.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Z, let's go.
Did you not think that he was just going to go ArcSys all the way?
Well,
I already bought Revelator 2, man. I'm taking the train.
I'm on Tekken right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you actually bought Tekken?
I did.
Clown.
Tekken is a gentleman's sport, my friend.
Tekken is not a gentleman's sport.
It is a gentleman's sport
Tekken,
of
Okay,
Tekken is a circus.
I know we're
avoiding the puddle.
I know we're an audio podcast, but we need to show all the gay costume Tekken have to offer and have you say it's a gentleman game.
Not as much as Dead or Alive has gay costumes.
Dead or
so-
Alive is dead, just like Virtua Fighter.
All right. Okay.
Those are
But
dead
again,
franchises.
This isn't the FGC podcast, which who knows? Maybe one day we'll do because that'd be fun. But we're going into Waz review. So, what did you give it?
So, first thing I want to admit is I did originally watch this anime. I gave it 2 episodes and then I did drop it.
Wait, you dropped it?
Yeah, I because honestly, like the plot where it's going to and like the character kind of annoyed me, so I kind of just said, you know what, I got better things to do with my time.
Which character annoyed you?
I think it was
Was it Arisa?
It was either Arisa or Hakase, but then I realized who Hakase was voiced by. She's actually pretty famous, and I was like,
Who was she voiced by?
I forgot her name.
Who did she do?
She did the leader. Wow, what was that anime?
Wasn't that famous, was it?
She's famous to me, damn it. But anyways, after being forced to watch this anime again, I decided to give it a second try, and I'm actually kind of glad I finished it.
I just want to put a word out there for anyone who does attempt to watch this. Just don't think about the stripping, all right? Just accept it.
People on reviews that I was reading were really like hitting on the ecchi part of the anime, but the thing is that it's a part of otaku culture. That is a thing.
Otakus must die.
And it didn't even...
I can see why it's turned off people, but
Thank you, little gremlin. I'm sorry. I guess you can go back into the closet now. But that's the anti-weeb gremlin that we have living here at the studio. He hates that we...
He's only at the
watch
studio,
anime.
though.
Yeah, only at the studio. Don't feed him after 10 o'clock. Is that what the movie taught us or something?
Okay,
midnight. It was midnight.
Don't feed him after midnight.
I never watched Mac and Me. I'm
And
sorry, I don't know.
We keep all the water for ourselves. So, anyways,
No, the land keeps all the water to itself. We don't get any water. There's
that
a drought.
gremlin, dude. What are you doing, gremlin? Get back in the closet.
We're professionals here.
So, what were we talking about?
Gremlins.
Some kind of anime. I
Oh
think.
yeah. You don't.
Oh yeah,
remember
yeah.
who
Oh no.
voice actor.
Well, I recognize their voice. I just keep forgetting their actual like Seiyu name and their what they were in. But
But they were
I'm
super
glad you-
famous.
but yeah, no. I
Seiyu.
think that's the thing about this anime. Like, yeah, it's called like Akiba's Trip. Like,
Not
like,
Akiba's Strip. You
Yeah.
guys gotta be cool, man.
hentai.
Yeah, like in some of the episodes, like they're just mostly just reviewing like hobbies and letting you know what they are, and then like it just so happened at the end of the episode, a character gets stripped down.
Yeah.
Anything that's ecchi is actually hilarious. Like when Tamotsu's pants, his pantsu, his chonies fly into someone's face, and she just starts sniffing it.
Because it's not usually the case. It's usually the opposite. So,
It's comedy, classic comedy.
gold.
The gags in this one are really good. It's like I I really enjoyed it, and some of the episode and some of the character I did got to like really like Puko.
Puko.
Puko
Oh my
is
God,
great, and like even
Puko is the Sandy McDougal here, man.
I thought it was gonna be a weird science tribute. Do you guys remember that movie? Am I dating myself here?
yes,
Is that the one where he prints a girlfriend?
Yeah. Well, not Prince a girlfriend, but he made like his own girlfriend.
So I never watched it.
I only saw it on Fox Movies in the summertime when I was young. But anyways, yeah, I thought
Sorry,
I thought it was.
but
gonna
like
be that.
even like super
Whatever.
like super background character like the audience were really got to me.
Oh yeah.
Like
The
like
art in this, even though at first I didn't care for the main characters, but everyone's art is just godlike.
Like-
all those background people.
like how simple it is, it make them great. Like the idol audience, like the way they did anime, like they did go
Oi,
oi
oi,
oi oi
oi,
oi
oi,
oi oi,
oi.
and then even like the wrestling audience, like how they actually embody actual wrestling fans. Like it's really
real
great.
to me, damn it.
Do you think because I have never watched X Japan. That's the wrestling federation in Japan, right? Is that what it's called?
Something like
New
that.
Japan?
New Japan Pro.
Do they emulate the same kind of like chanting culture as Americans? Because I mean
Kinda.
that's my
All I know is that they're kind of serious over there.
yeah. Like I thought
You
it was
actually
like
get
real
punched.
stuff.
Yeah, it's real, but it's almost like pro wrestling, but it's not super staged like American pro wrestling kind of thing. Even like the super background characters were like memorable and really funny as well.
Like that giant ass maid.
Momo.
No reason for being giant.
She had no reason at all.
It's just her character trait. Like
And
she was
then
a giant.
Santa or
Santa Otsake.
I think it's
Otsukage.
Omokage.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
loved
remember.
his character design,
Yeah.
and his voice was perfect.
He
for
was
it,
like a
too.
snowman,
Like, when
where
he-
you made a mistake rolling all three balls, and you rolled them like only two, and they were the same size.
when he talked about his friend, he's is what I exactly thought he would look like, and he was perfect.
It was-
And also even
Tomo. Time out. When he jumped out the window, when
Oh, yeah?
I'm just like that's too epic for him, but it was perfect.
Man, you got to get out, dog.
Yeah,
I was like that was like a 30-foot building too.
that's
30 foot. That was like a 30-story building.
Or that's why I meant story.
But I'm sorry, you were saying.
But yeah, even Tomosu's sister, Waka Flocka. Well, she was a great sister character because in the past few animes it's all about like sister banging, but she was
God.
like she was like
Yeah.
she was like the
An
purest of
actual
sisters.
little sister.
Like they actually care for each other as brother and sister, not like physically.
Weird sexual tension.
Exactly.
Not taboo tattoo. I mean, big order levels.
No, you're probably right about Taboo Tattoo.
Taboo tattoo,
I'm
handshakers.
sure someone was a sister there banging someone.
Well, it's the same anime. So. Oh god, yeah. No, Niwaka was definitely a pleasant surprise. I
actually
she
like
even
her-
was a wingman for Tamatsu.
Yeah. I also like her character and everything. Like even her like the stuff we wear, like her jacket, like the chicken jacket
Oh,
and the
yeah.
panda. Those were cool. I actually kind of want them.
I think that those actually
She-
exist.
she-
Too.
they should exist.
She had good outfits.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
dressed her well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She dressed
But yeah,
herself
like
well.
but yeah, it's almost like anime to the purist where they actually get sponsored by other things like Street Fighter 5 and like they talk about real things and they actually advertise them instead of like just the game itself. It shows off like real stuff that people can actually buy.
Speaking of the truth, so what are you giving it?
Oh yeah, so I mean it's a good anime to the purist where
What a
it
purist.
like yeah it shows
casual fans?
it advertised the game, it advertised like all the stuff like Street Fighter 5, like
Puko.
like computer parts and everything. It was just great.
Who cares about the
I
computer parts. It's Puko. Puko is my love.
Yeah, I mean, she was definitely a great character.
She was, dude. It was incredible. Puko learned.
Puko learned. But so your
yeah
score?
yeah. So I am giving it a good anime on this one.
Good anime. All right,
Oh,
so
Like
that's
I'm
two
glad
animes.
I finished. It was one of the ones where I should have dropped this in the beginning, but I'm just gonna finish it out. Oh wow, I'm really glad I finished this. So
It's one of those gems that we actually strive for on this podcast. Where,
Strive.
well, I mean, like, because I think that's the goal of people who like to watch bad movies or bad movies that are so good that people just pass by them because they sucked or flopped or whatever or didn't pay attention to them. And a lot of times with these animes, when people do the 3-episode rule or whatever, they lose out on actual like good anime. So I'll give it my review now. For me, there were a lot of like subtle charms that I enjoyed a lot. I don't mind the episodic thing. I think it hurts when we're watching it in a binge format because you're watching just episode after episode and there's no coherency. If this was something that I watched where it was coming out weekly, I would have super even loved it even more. You know, we'll just throw this out.
Huh?
Yeah, I
You
give this a
love it.
good anime.
No
Like,
way.
let's just get that straight.
No way.
When
When
I-
the casual, like the anime talking about hardcore stuff.
Yeah,
Well, because I mean, I am an audiophile.
Do you think that
we podcast.
all Japan's aircrafts are Type Zeros?
No, they have the Hayabusa.
I know that we made that joke.
Yeah, we
way
did.
earlier,
We made that one, but
but I like it.
but
I'm bringing it back.
the throwbacks in the middle of the show. But yeah, so like I enjoyed a lot of the subtleties, like the differences in character art and stuff.
Those two random people during that vigilante meeting,
Yeah.
who just had that
who were drawn like in typical
normal
anime fashion.
Normal anime.
like they were
Yeah.
out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything looked out of place. There's some like the news reporters, like it's just oh my god. Oh, except the Climax guy. Climax? I don't remember what his name.
Climax. Who the fuck is that?
He was the dude who was recording all the things in the yellow jacket.
Yeah.
Climax, okay.
Climax?
Climax? The hell do you mean
Climax?
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 Oh, Climax.
Climax.
You can. Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, just like
But,
I took it.
yeah.
Stormblood.
So, so yeah, yeah, no, this. I mean, we kind of like went over it. This anime hit on the tropes in a tasteful manner where it's not actually making fun.
I don't give a damn about radio, but that was pretty. That was a good episode.
Yeah.
I didn't.
It was very
I enjoyed it.
informative.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that like if we
I'm just
didn't,
saying, like, even if it's not in your wheelhouse, this did not turn me off to it. In fact, I thought it was kind of cool.
I thought this was my review. So.
Hey, who cares about what you thought?
This
I'm
is-
telling you what
Okay,
is.
Don't be selfish, Circuit. This is our review.
Oh wow. Okay. So.
This is the Daijo crew, not the
Not the
Daijo
Daijo you.
I.
But you.
Oh, that was way better.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were going with. Daijou, that doesn't even make sense.
I mean, you had your chance to say your thoughts, and then.
Oh, did I? Huh? I feel like I was cut off by you
But when?
when you cut me off. I said it was a good game, and then you just cut me off.
when we edited, when we recorded.
The memory card cut you off. That was it.
Wow.
But yeah, on the point of Big Bang, if we didn't make it, we feel that Big Bang actually makes fun of nerd culture and tries to disguise itself as their characters are nerdy. But Akiba Strip was in a way where it's like it was
informative.
it showed true
had
otaku
depth.
culture
It just
and
had
their
depth.
characters.
It was not
had-
shallow.
It wasn't shallow. It wasn't shallow. So
I was drowning.
I'm gonna give little shout outs and props and I don't know, raise your energy hands to make our love
Raise
suit
our
because
donger?
yeah, raise the dongers because
Like, is that what you're going with?
The unseen
It's not like you want to
dongers
go
that
meme,
go-
but you didn't want to go full meme.
It's just the fact that this is, I think, the first episode where everyone gave a good anime score.
Handshakers deserved it too.
But I didn't let it.
Well, that's a personal opinion. Isn't
No,
it?
no. I am the right one. Remember?
Like,
Who's the best
More of-
writer out of us three?
Whoa! So we're throwing this.
Who is Yao? I'll swing around this
well-
big dick
well-
you guys gave me.
We'll let Twitter resolve the design.
No, we won't. No one will answer us.
Maybe now they will.
No. But
But yeah, let's pop some
pop.
pop.
So
Yuko.
people learned
Oh,
that this
man.
was a good show. So let's just go right into the next part, which is speaking of no one talking to us, listener emails.
All right, I have a listener email.
All right.
This question comes from Julian D, and it is, who was best girl?
Ooh. I will take a swing at this first, and best girl to me was Arisa.
Oh my!
Oh,
It's because she cooks and cleans and does everything.
No, it's just because All right, I'll
Go-
let people
go for
say
it.
first. Yeah, go for it.
how are you gonna say? How are you gonna say your choice and then be like, oh no, I'm gonna let you guys go first, and I might change my mind. Like,
no,
just
be-
pick. Just pick.
Before
Yeah.
Just
I
pick best girl.
Ni Waka Flocka Flame. No, she I really like her character, her design and everything. She was a good character. She didn't go too over the top or anything. Like I did felt like Mayo was too tsundere, and then I'm did not too fan of broken Japanese characters, I guess.
Wow.
No
You
Sandy
scum of the
McDougal's
earth.
for you. And then Julian,
I cannot pick.
you cannot pick.
I think all these characters are really good.
What a cop out.
Yeah. Oh, you going to
I just want
have?
to know what you guys thought. Like, I really like Niwaka is just fucking adorable. Like,
Yeah, Niwaka
I
is
don't want
really
to
strong.
bang her. I can see why her brother doesn't want to bang her. She is strong. She is Suyoi.
Yes,
Yeah,
She
I'm not
is-
saying she's bangable. I'm just saying she's a
I'm
good
not
character.
saying either, dude. I'm just saying like she was incredible. But then you got Arisa. She's just so good at everything. I like strong
that
people.
one was awesome about her. That's why I liked her.
She was a prodigy in everything. Smart.
I like how
bronze,
like no one questioned how
movies.
like how she dressed, and also like they didn't really explain her super strength power. It's
Yeah,
just she was just super strong.
She was confident in all of her aspects, and that's what I enjoyed about
And then
Arisa.
did you see Matome's smile when she ate, dude?
Yeah.
That'll make any man melt.
You know,
She really enjoyed herself.
What-
Everyone was so good.
you know, what I wanted to let you guys
Except
go
those other
first
side
on.
characters. I don't care about the other side characters.
Hakase and I don't really
Oh
care.
yeah, no, she wasn't part of the main group. Puko, dude, Puko. Puko was also top. She was all four of these characters tier 0. I mean, they don't hold a candle to Ryuko-chan, but that's a different matter entirely.
Yeah. So for me, I wanted to say Mayo because I mean I like tsunderes a lot, and I haven't felt like I've seen a pure tsundere where it's like truly a character that is mean but really does like the character and is embarrassed of it. We've been seeing a lot in my eyes tropes of tsunderes with extra flares to them. You know, it wasn't just a pure tsundere. So
What
it's
kind
like
of flares?
like
Ric Flares?
no, I
Going
mean
full circle on this
The
wrestling
episode was
anime.
good.
Yeah.
I think it's for this podcast specifically, the waifu aspect of the character that is to the main protag or whatever has been mostly like the sisterly character. Which is not saying bang your sister, but I mean like they're like perfect girl already. You know, like the character is already interested in the main character and is devoted to that person.
I don't know what
Not
you mean
so
by
much
flare
of-
though. That's
Yeah.
still I'm not.
I don't know. They have like an eye patch or something like that as well. So I'm just saying that I didn't feel like I have seen a
Dark
true tsundere.
Flame Master Dragon.
Yeah, true
I think
deal.
I think
I don't know.
The
Yeah.
thing I did like about Mayo character was like she kind of had that face of like I kind of don't want to be here. Like especially during her idol dance, like when she's like moving around, she kind of had the face of, like I don't like to do this. I don't want
It's
to be
not
here.
that. It's more like I'm serious right now. I'm trying to do my thing.
Not only that, she's trying to impress Tamatsu.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's the face of someone being in love.
Yeah, exactly. The producer goes, "You're dancing with the face of someone being in love." And do
Well,
you
no,
have
but like
someone
she
special?
just have a stone face. It's just like I'm dancing.
Notice me, senpai.
But yeah. That's why I don't know. I thought Arisa had a lot more to her.
She does. They all have a lot to them.
All right.
That's probably the best little sister. Niwaka's probably the best little sister character.
Next question. What's the difference between a weeaboo and an otaku?
I'll let you take the floor.
I
What?
believe
Chairman, well,
the way I always looked at it is weeboo is kind of like the American version of an otaku. Like you're from America, but you're trying to embody the Japanese culture, mainly the anime and the like need and hikikomori life. An otaku is like almost like Japanese born. I always feel like it's like you are Japanese and you really love these Japanese things, but weeboo is like you're white and you like anime, like especially Naruto.
Is that what you think?
That's how I always thought of it, but again, I never really looked it up. Because I kind of personally think of myself as a weeboo kind of thing. Like it's just like I'm not Japanese, but I did like Japanese stuff.
personally for me, I think weeaboos are because we live in the United States and we use weeb as kind of like a ironic or actual derogatory word, where we're talking about people who are kind of like, how do you say it? They're
Not centered.
extra when it comes to their anime-ness and not like informed enough to be an authority on it kind of thing. Basically, it's like only liking Japan for the anime and stuff like that, not knowing about the other cultural aspects to it, and thinking that all of Japan is Akiba. You know?
That's to it too, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's a weeb.
Like there's a maid cafe on every corner, just like a Starbucks.
Yeah, I don't know. There's
There probably is.
there's a story. I forgot who I heard it from. I think it was one of our friends from the convention scene where they were talking about a friend of theirs that went to Japan.
Oh, you told me this story. Yeah.
wearing a kimono and like on the subway decided to like play out loud. You know how like in SAC or other places that have like regional transit, people just play their phone music out loud.
Yes.
You hear, you know, the wubs and boom booms
Yes,
and
in restaurants and stuff.
and then they play their hot mixtape and let you know that they know how to rap, you know, and all that.
Doing their whips and their nays and stuff like that.
And their Millie rocks, but
Oh, that's a new one for me.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm behind in my times.
I don't want to know.
I shouldn't know.
So she just DDR'd music, and it's like the people asked her to keep it down because like they're all people going to work and stuff like that, and we're just trying to be reserved Japanese people.
There's no way they did that. There's no way they would have talked to her.
Well, it was they complained to security.
There's no way they would have complained.
Either way,
As a Japanese, you just bow your head and get your teeth.
she complained saying that this is the song of their people or something like that, and like why are they offended, and then continued to play it. And then they continued to bow after they just accepted her dominance.
Okay, yes.
And then she also
I saw this.
sat at a restaurant while her like vibrator fell out of her sleeve or something like that, and thought it was okay because hentai kind of thing.
Okay, why is it kept in the sleeve?
I don't know. It's not my story.
Okay,
but
cool.
That's a weeb. That's a weeb. Otakus are people who are geeky and they love their stuff. They're authorities on it. They research deep into it, and they don't try to actually share that with people. You know what I mean? They're a little bit more reserved, I would say. And then they save their.
I can see what you're saying.
They save their flame for the anonymity of the internet. So, yeah, that's my idea of the difference between an otaku and a weeb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's ask the expert now.
What expert?
Yeah.
What are you talking
Otaku.
about?
You were judging us like, oh, so that's what you think that means, huh?
I'm
Okay.
just
You
trying to
MMO
get
otaku?
opinions on what you guys' opinions are. Okay.
Now it's your opinion. Now let's
Alright,
see what you have to say, Mister.
I think weeboos, in a word, are more selfish about their fandom.
I thought you were gonna say fetishes.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
I'm like, well, okay. I'm like, you're going a little far there.
Well, it's not always just like about me. Like you know, like yeah, Japan's
song.
great, Japan
Yes.
this, Japan that. You know, whatever. Nippon, an otaku truly cares. They're the kind of person who would like memorize the ending credits to something. And I don't mean like the song or anything. I mean like just people's credits. Like, oh yeah,
Oh, you
Junji
mean-
Ito did the music at
Like true.
2 hours 40 minutes into the credits.
You mean-
caring about the inker even about or the tracer,
That kind of
like,
stuff.
Yeah.
You mean
like-
someone actually remembering the Seiyu and what anime they're from, right? So I'm clearly not an otaku. I'm a weeb.
Yeah,
You are
you're a
not an
weeb.
otaku.
You're
I
obviously
will-
a weeb, dude.
Yes, that's why I am a weeb and I am proud of it.
It's not something.
Okay, maybe proud is not a very strong word.
I just feel like the weeboos are more shallow to an otaku's depth, and I feel like this is the anime here was like a love note to otakus and not weeboos.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I think
I agree with what you're saying about how a weeboo is not a master of his craft, whereas an otaku more so is. Like there, and the sharing part is weird. Like you.
You're right, because Tomatsu was happy to have found a kindred spirit friend
Yeah, they-
on an otaku on his.
Oh, okay, I see
Anatomy
what you mean.
Rangers.
Yeah, like
they
it's-
don't. I wouldn't say they actively go out and find stuff like a weeboo does. Like a weeboo go to like convention center and try and find people like them or whatever.
You don't know how many times I've been. For instance, when I was at my booth and I played Kamen Rider W's Hard Boiled track, and that guy kept coming back.
Yeah, see,
right at me.
an otaku, like if they meet someone, they'll wonder like, is it okay to share with this?
Yeah,
You know, like, are you an otaku too?
yeah.
This is just like one of my Japanese animes.
Oh God.
That was Otacon
Yeah.
from Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a shameful thing, and you can't just quantify it. Specific
You
cases.
see,
Each case is
it's
judged
different.
case by case.
All right.
Okay.
Next question. Someone called me an Akiba. ... Reader goes into a little bit more in depth. Someone called me an Akiba and told me it was a compliment, but I looked it up and it means like anime and manga shopping center in Japan. How is that a compliment? Is there some other meaning to Akiba? Please tell me if you know. Thank you.
Okay, so
I felt like he was trying to say otaku, but accidentally called him Akiba.
no, clearly, he meant Aki, as in like spring or fall, and Ba, as in the I don't. It's a weird thing where if you have something in front of something, the word for tooth is ha, and so if you have something in front of it, it can become like ga, but this became.
So are we really not doing this?
Okay,
are we not really? Are we really?
Yes,
You're
right?
totally
This isn't real. I'm
1,
just-
2, 3.
No.
You are my friend.
俺のこの手が光ってうなるお前を倒せと輝き叫ぶ。
Night.
All right, there we go. We word. Finally, we got it out.
No,
of our
it's
system.
not even like I'm just making shit up.
You were. We can't. You're the authority.
That's the only way I can think of it. It's like, oh, he meant maybe otaku or weebu, but
Nah, man.
didn't want to actually like. You probably want to put a spin on it.
He meant he's full of things and really expensive.
Yeah.
Sorry about that sniffle, guys.
Wah has been working diligently on his mic technique as after we had the handshakers episode.
The
But,
best. Whatever.
Anyways, next question. How many fandoms did you associate yourself with in Akiba Strip?
I'm gonna go with like 3 maybe.
3? Which ones?
I can't. Okay, so there was the fighting game fandom.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the card game fandom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what else. I forgot.
We'll do those 2 then, because obviously you cared enough to remember.
The computer fandom.
Okay, computer fandom.
I think guns are cool, but I'm not like I'm a
You-
casual.
yeah,
I'm one of
you're-
those people who got kicked out of the store.
What did you
Speaking
say?
speaking of that, so there's a National Gun Association, the NRA, right?
Yes.
And there's a division of them called SIG, S-I-G, and their insignia is straight up the TSM logo.
Yeah.
But
I feel like I've
SIG.
seen that actually.
And
Yeah, no, it's I think it's supposed to be the abbreviation for like yeah, and I know what you're talking about. I can't remember because
But
I,
it's
Another
a TS
weeboo moment from Wah.
it's in the yeah, weeb.
God.
It's in,
Yeah,
it's in
I
the
can't-
TSM font, and my friend Nathan in LA saw the sign. It's a neon, right? And he's like, "Sig, I found the perfect signal for you." And when he told me, he goes, "Do you want me to buy it for you?" And I'm like, "Dude, I would forever love you if you were able to." So he walks in. He's Taiwanese Nathan. He says the clientele was of a different variety of people.
gun owners are usually
And the counter guy would not acknowledge him at all.
Wow.
And I felt sad. I was like, "I'm sorry you felt that discrimination, Nathan." And he was like, "Yeah, it's whatever. I just decided to leave. Sorry, Sig." And I'm like, "It's okay. It's not your fault, man." But yeah, guns.
Cool
That guy-
story.
That guy looked at Nathan and was like, "Casual."
kind of like if you're not in there to buy a gun or like not.
Nathan didn't even get to ask. He just looked at him and sniffed it.
They're very judgmental. It's like when I went to go buy a gun, like they're like, "All right, what are you doing it for? Self-defense? All right, you gotta fill out this form and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Oh, you have to wait 10 days because the government don't want to give you a gun and stuff like that." I'm like, I'm fine with waiting 10 days, guys.
No, they wanted to see your passion boil to see if you were one of them. You know.
I was not one of them.
Yeah. All right. For myself, I would say the fighting game, the idol.
Oh, there was idols. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why you didn't mention it.
Because the idol one also went with the audiophile people.
I was going to ask you, how did you like their dance or their
Choreography?
Their choreography for their
for
the
the
song?
Manias?
Yeah,
I loved it. I thought it was so adorably
See,
cute.
so like at first I'm like the song and the dancing, I'm like, this is super weird. I'm not sure if I like this. But then after they play it like the second, third time, I'm like, okay,
fit.
I'm like this is actually kind of good.
So-
I kind of
well,
like it.
Okay, I'll give a little bit more insight. So, I mean, you guys know that. No, yeah, you guys are gonna already give me crap for it, but whatever. I like K-pop, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Stupid
We-
bubble.
we-
Every time I talk about it, people are like, "Oh, fucking Sigurd talking about K-pop."
No,
again.
no, it's like, I mean,
This
what's
is your
more to
Korea
say?
boo
Like,
showing
Yeah,
through.
I know. my
it's not like
career
you're gonna
coming
not
out.
like K-pop the more we shit on you.
It's not like we can stop you from talking about it. You're still gonna do it.
Like, they go ahead.
Oh no,
But
we
so-
found overdose. Oh, I hope he pulls through.
So with K-pop, the dancers and stuff like that are a little bit more like b-boy-esque and like I don't know, like pop dancey, right? And then you look at J-pop, not X4, whatever. The more popular,
You're losing us.
I know. I'm sorry. The more popular form that we are exposed to as anime fans is that J-pop can be seen as idol concerts, right? Like Love Live, Idol Master, and their voice actors recreating those songs on stage.
Yeah.
I showed my mom and dad what a J-pop concert looks like because my sister's going to a rap concert and my mom was
Yeah,
not-
that's totally
my
the same, isn't it?
My mom was not happy about it. Like Migos are going to be there. Those are the guys that sing Bad and Bougie and a bunch of other croc top something.
Okay,
with
so
dip
you're
in the
still
drop
losing
top. No,
I haven't. I only listen to
It's
90
like
rap,
we're in a
man.
forest and you're
I'm
just
sorry,
running
guys.
really fast.
Right.
Like, I have no idea who is me top
Migos. You don't know the Migos?
Like amigos, are they Mexican?
no.
I know Little John, the Yin Yang Twin, DMX,
gosh.
the original OG.
Okay, yeah, we're old, but
Dang.
Wu-Tang. Ain't nothing
Eminem?
to fuck with.
But anyway, so
Not. Anyway, so I then showed my parents that I'm gonna go see Asian Kung Fu Generation and One OK Rock. And my mom's like, "See, Amy, why can't you watch this?" and then
she
I
showed
was
your
like-
parents what you also watched.
I just, no, 'cause
See,
No,
you,
'cause we
you
always,
like this?
We always watch, we always watch K-pop together. I'm like, hey mom, like, there's also this, and my mom's mind was blown at all of the light sticks because the Love Live final concert for Muse was literally like a football stadium filled with people. My mom's like, there's so many of them.
oi 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 oi.
Yeah, so Idol, fighting game, card. And I think those three were the ones I associated myself with. I love food, but I mean, like,
Oh yes, I associate with food.
Yeah.
I don't go out to eat because I live like a hobo. But when I do eat food,
We
I
eat good food.
that's why Mayo is very cool.
In
she
your heart.
likes food. Yeah.
yeah. All right.
You know?
How about you, Wall?
I am interested in Gun, but unfortunately for the episode, like they didn't really go too much into depth into it. They did. I think it was mostly like the airsoft gun, but they didn't really say what type of gun they use, or they did basically just shot up the main character. But yeah, fighting game, PC, card game, wrestling for
There we
sure.
go.
Oh yeah, that's the one I was waiting for.
Gotta save the best for last.
Could we say that Kaiju even got a little love note with that final battle? There's two giant.
Sort of.
I
Yeah,
guess you could consider it as kaiju because
Giant robot battle.
robot kind of monster-ish, if you want to say. But yeah, it was a giant battle, really. But yeah, kaiju.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
They can be
But yeah, no,
monsters.
the wrestling
man
one,
is the biggest monster.
man,
of us all.
the wrestling one caught me off guard so much, and I was just like, I am just loving this
Yeah,
right
I
now.
thought it was gonna be a martial arts.
Yeah,
Like,
I thought it was
did not
martial
know
art
I
or
was
like
gonna
some
go
sort
into
of
wrestling.
like Dragon Ball Z tournament kind of style thing, but no, it was pure wrestling. It was
I
great.
like how they sold it.
They sold
would
it so
throw them
hard.
against the ropes and they would run.
Yeah, that's wrestling.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do two more.
Okay.
Little quick fire ones. One is, what hobby do you think was your gateway into how you are now? What made you go into how deep we are into like anime culture or video games?
Giant robots.
Giant robots.
It was when I really got into anime.
Mm-hmm.
When I started my cousin always just showed me things, but the one thing that he showed me that made me go off and start like finding anime
Mm-hmm.
was the series called Shinkon Gatai Godana.
No, I'm not talking about going straight into anime. I'm
No,
talking
this is
about
what made
becoming a
me me.
nerd.
No, this
Yeah.
is what made me me.
Okay.
Because from then on, I watched things like Gal Gagar,
Uh huh.
and I filled my body with a courageous heart,
Uh huh.
and I just strive to be like those heroes.
Let's see.
That's what I want to be. Those guys.
For me, it was Sentai with Power Rangers. I
Can't
saw.
those are two different things. Which one?
Okay, Mighty Morphin Power
Okay.
Rangers.
Mhm.
Mostly because like my grandpa had shown me Godzilla and stuff like that, and like it was entertaining, but I didn't really care for Ultraman or Godzilla when I was a child. I was like, oh,
I
okay.
thought they were the shit, dude.
Couldn't understand it, so therefore I
What's
could
to
not
understand about?
I mean, I only like
It's a monster fighting
You
monsters.
gotta remember
Let
that the
them
original
fight.
Godzilla was mostly watching the people in terror of Godzilla, not the Godzilla monsters fighting.
Yeah.
That was cool. But when I started watching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, that's what got me into Saturday morning cartoons. But I loved Power Rangers. The fact that you're a hero, that you can transform and become stronger than who you are.
Oh,
God, it was so good.
transformations. Oh,
Yeah, exactly. And then giant robots into that. But definitely Power Rangers. I played Power Rangers for a very long time after
I guess
that.
conflict is what made me who I am.
All right, what about you, Wa?
I think honestly the
The
earliest.
Hardy Brothers.
Oh man, they were like, hey, check out this anime, kid. No, I think honestly the earliest memory of like anime or like the
Not
nerd
just anime,
stuff.
just
Like,
whatever made
like-
you you.
You
like-
could have been a jock for all we know.
No,
You
so
know,
it's
what
like-
made you.
Honestly, it's like I remember just watching Dragon Ball Z on TV all the time. Well, to the point where I collected all the like the toys. Anytime the new VHS come out, like I would always get it and then watch it straight on.
Nice.
And then mainly just because at the schoolyard I would talk to my friend like, oh yeah, this happened, this, and then they were like, oh, have you checked out like this show or this anime? And then it's just like started growing. So I started building up my library, and then I did start loving it, like building Gundam, watching Gundams, and reading manga to just playing games and everything. Like it's just snowballed
Snowballed
into,
quick.
It's just snowballed to the snowman that I am today.
So love made you the way you are.
Yes.
How different we were raised.
Conflict for Julian, wonder for me, and love for Wa. Last question. So I've been reading. I've been reading that there's a talk of a season 2 for Akiba Strip.
I thought there was one. I while we were watching this, I'm like, this is good. I think it might have actually gotten a season 2.
It's possible. I don't think it got greenlit because I try to look around.
Yeah,
because it's
I think
brand new. Like
That's
it's
what I heard is that
yeah.
there's talk of it. So what I'm wondering is, what fandoms do you think that they should hit? Racing fandom?
Racing.
That'd be
I was
pretty
looking
good.
for an Initial D episode. And I was disappointed when I didn't get it.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, racing would be a good one. I don't know what else. Like maybe being like a manga artist, mangaka. Is that what
Mangaka?
you call it?
Mangaka,
Yeah.
Art
For
in
me,
general. You know?
Yeah,
I
or-
would love if they did an episode on Mobage, like gotcha phone games.
Oh, mobile games.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
should be like MOBAs.
That would be good too.
I think they could totally.
But Japan with esports scene isn't as strong as Korea.
But I mean,
Like,
they can
I don't,
still-
I don't
yeah.
think they care as much. FGC is different, and we already got that.
I think
Crazy.
from
Yeah.
this anime, like they could expand more on the cosplay aspect and the gun aspect, because like the first episode, they kind of did cosplayer, but they didn't really go to.
Well, I don't think they're gonna do any of that because if you recall the ending of this anime, they went to the future.
Yeah. And they,
Oh, so it's future otaku stuff.
Yeah,
but I mean, if
where
you look
all
at
things are possible.
no, if you look at Back to the Future, they said we would have flying cars by now, and
Okay, well that's there in that universe. This is our universe.
yeah, they had a
and
spaceship.
we are talking about their universe.
Yeah, they had a spaceship and they went back in time.
A
They had a-
time traveling spaceship.
Yeah.
They had a hoverboard cooler than the hoverboard we have right now. Always have wheels still. It's not a hoverboard at all.
Yeah. All right then, guys. I think we tie it with our last segment.
I was about to say, I thought you were gonna forget about it.
You guys have no faith. Anyways,
Zero.
Well,
anime
Jonathan didn't either when we were doing the bike one.
anime recommendations. I'll go first.
Okay.
All right.
For an anime that has a light-hearted take on gaming, my pick would be No Game No Life, which is actually like was slated to have a movie coming out because it was so popular.
No season 2, huh?
No, well,
Well, we'll see. They gotta sell more light novels.
more light novels need to come, and possibly from the confinements of prison, as the mangaka got
boy.
in a little bit of trouble for apparently tracing over pics of artists' original artwork and then dressing them up as the No Game No Life characters.
Oh, see.
So we'll see where that goes. But No Game No Life
I will
season
not.
1 was pretty good. I can't wait to watch the movie to see where that leads. If it's just a summary of what was season one.
Oh, the Star Driver.
Yes, if they're going to Star Driver us.
Oh, burn that studio to the ground.
But definitely very fun anime. If you like gaming, this is definitely one for you.
Yeah, that's a good recommendation. Yeah, No Game No Life is a good one. I like that one too.
Mm-hmm.
My turn?
I guess
yeah,
yeah. I was
go
like
for it.
speaking you.
It looked like you guys are turning to me, so I was like making sure it's my turn. I'm not skipping.
I'm gonna look at the person who's talking, right? You were actively talking. Oh, you guys are looking at me. I must go, right?
Well,
God,
if we're talking
you're
about
like that one kid from Futurama who's like, "Hey, if you punch me, I'll give you. If you give me $1, I'll let you punch me, and then you take my hand and slam it into you, and like give me my dollar."
it wasn't a kid. It was an elf. It was like, hey,
Oh, right.
yeah.
He
was
was
like,
short. My bad.
Yeah. It was like, you punch me, give me $1. Well, if we're talking about shows about nudity and like getting naked, we have to recommend Kill Lug Kill.
Okay.
It's these
Nudie.
they have different type of clubs that they're in, and they have character
Different
development.
hobbies?
Yeah, different hobbies, and
Different clubs.
it was just all around great action and artwork.
How could people hate on Akiba strip if people like commend Kill la Kill? Like that's a good point.
It's hard to say. I think it's hard to say if it's the same person, like the people who like Kill la Kill hate Akiba's trip. Then, but I mean, I think people did hate erotic or
fun
etchy
to
anime.
hate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
all kinds of things.
yeah. There's it's like
I'm a
no, it's
player
like
hater.
oh no, I want like story and gags and
I want more my name Kimi no wa or whatever.
Oh.
I want every anime to be like
or
that.
your name.
Yeah, your name. All right, so Kill la Kill. What about you, Julian?
Do we even have to ask?
I'm gonna recommend Tengen Toppa
God
Gurren Lagann.
damn it! No!
But
Really?
on a stipulation.
Okay.
Only pre-time skip.
Oh.
So
only-
really?
that's only the first season then, right?
That is the first season when they're still young. when the main character and his girl have to go fight the relative of the girl who uses the same method they used to fight, and then they finish it off with a drill.
It is so freaking close.
So clean.
All that spiral energy.
Oh my god. I never saw this coming. I thought this was
imitation-
going to be a throwaway recommendation.
Imitation.
Here we are, back with Raw, fight the
It
powers.
had good character
Spiralcast
development throughout like the middle portion of the series. It's very very similar. Like there was lots of points that I said, "Oh, it's like on the gun," and then I just forgot about them.
All right. Well, I think 3 solid good recommendations.
Yeah, some of the
check it out.
most popular anime.
Anime. Yeah, I feel
Like,
confident in this one.
Some of them you might even say like they won
You
anime
probably
of the
already
season or
watched it.
year.
But with that, I mean, that brings a close to our podcast. I want to just take a little bit of time here saying that with episode 13,
You always take a little bit of time. You're always
afterwards, do you think
wanna-
so? I think that
I feel like you always make a statement where like I'm going to do this, and then you
Well,
do something.
okay,
and
that's
it's
the
always
thing.
about time, and it could be any time in the episode.
No, that's you. You're always the one that's like you're always doing this, but maybe
Yeah.
it's only like maybe you only did it like a couple of times.
Well, I don't know if you did, but
check
I
the
like
tapes.
saying
Check the
that.
tape. It's on the internet. We can check it right now.
Listen to those 26 other hours of content.
Hey, I have been. Anyways, what I wanted to say is that with episode 13 and us liking to mimic a little bit about the anime that we watch, we might be going on a little bit of a break. It is the summer season, and for those of you who don't know, me personally, besides my regular day job, I do hit the convention scene and vend for a company.
It's okay. We just have a 2-man podcast. With me and Wong.
Oh yeah, that's true. You guys could get
Jesus
guest
Christ,
spots for
nope.
me. Yeah, I'd totally.
It's Juice and Wawa funny podcast.
Juice and water.
Juice and hose.
Oh, that's a good one. Juice and water.
It's watered down juice.
Water Actually podcast.
A liquid beverage review anime. I mean, not anime, but podcast. But juice and loose. Anyways, but yes.
I'm not loose.
Wow. Yeah. What are you saying about me, Sigurd?
Because I was the one who got fucked.
Oh god.
Twice.
How dare you?
Either way, what I want to say is that thank you so much for sticking us for 13 episodes. You too have now survived a maybe bad podcast. But I hope that you stick with us. I
I hope that someone makes a podcast that just talks about other bad podcasts and we get on there.
and we would love to be guests. Super
No.
best friends interview us. But
They don't talk about bad.
Mother Basement, we're available.
yeah.
Fuck you, Mother's Basement. You
Hey,
eat a dick.
Flophouse.
Anime is not Avatar.
Flophouse.
I mean-
If you Hentar?
Avatar is not anime.
He said anime's not Avatar.
That's the same thing, basically.
Basically.
And Flophouse, if you don't like that we were copying your format somewhat, well, then I'm sorry.
You should have put a patent on it, okay?
I don't even listen to you, so I'm not sure what's going on.
So,
Sigurd says we are. I guess we
You
are.
did not invent the radio.
yeah, we're not reaction videos, Fine Brothers. But
Oh,
anyway,
But hey, we could be in your reaction video too.
Oh, please don't. I'd rather not be a part of that.
because we are on YouTube.
Unless I'm getting huge sums of money, I would much rather not be a part of that.
But
And by
thanks-
huge sums, I mean like 7 digits, because I wouldn't settle for anything less.
So again, thanks for sticking with us. We'll be coming at you fresh with
I'd settle for
another
6.
13 episodes, maybe. I'm gonna
I'd settle for 5.
Stormblood is out now. You might have remembered when we first started talking about this podcast about a realm, not a realm reborn. What was the other expansion?
Heaven's
Sword.
Sword came out. So that's how long this has been. So
the Heaven's Wars happened way before that, dude.
I think we were on like,
Like a
3 point.
year
no, there was a
before that.
patch or something.
Yeah, we
that
were
was
on like
coming out.
3.3 when we started this podcast. I
Yeah.
think
So thank you so much
maybe
for listening,
3.2. Now that I think about it.
and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Play the tapes.
Whoa there, look at you! Not only have you reached the end of an episode of the Daijo Crew, but you've reached the end of the first Daijo Crew season! Season 1 is over, and the boys are planning to start Season 2 in September. If you're listening to this after September and Season 2 is already out, thanks for checking in on the backlog. Also, what's the future like? If you could email next week's lottery numbers to daijocrew@gmail.com or tweet at daijocrew or like and comment on the Facebook page facebook.com/daijocrew. I can't remember if I'm producer Jellysound or producer Jonathan more often when referenced in this podcast, but thanks for listening. And remember, whether you've just had your sandwich stolen by a bird, or a homeless man has given you a strange tattoo, or you're way over your head and can't remember what your wish was, or you're walking around the mall wondering why people with glowing hair are undressing everyone, when you roll with the Daijo Crew, everything is gonna be Daijo Boo.